Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. Just wiring myself up because we've got a live one. It's a new Ponzi scheme, no idea what it's all about, but this guy's telling me this is the best thing he's seen in a long time. So without further ado, let's get in and listen to this, and we'll see if we can cause some disruption and figure out exactly what they are doing.
They figured that part out. They have some very, very unique stuff, and I gotta tell you, since December 18th, when this company did the official pre-launch on December 18th, I guess it was really kind of the official launch.
Another groundbreaking opportunity.
November.
I'll just fix the audio.
Okay. In December was the official launch. We're sitting at May 14th. The company doesn't even look the same.
Oh my God.
Same vision, same concept. And you want to know what's been the most impressive thing in these 5 months or whatnot? There hasn't really been any hiccups. There hasn't been any people not getting paid. There hasn't been any, the site's going to be down for a while, or any issues of that sort. And that's really important to me.
I think it's really important
when it comes to, I guess you could say, a startup. Now, we say a startup, but the owner of this company has been running businesses since he was 18 years old.
Oh, here we go.
18.
18,
now,
everyone.
Watch this. He's 54. Here's something even better. Every business that this guy has started since he was 18 is still running profitably today.
Oh, prove that.
At 54 years old.
Wow, that's
every
incredible. I'm
business
55 and I haven't got a profitable
I don't
company.
know about many of you, but instead of looking 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, oh my God, I hope we get 12 months out of this.
I'll put the ID in the chat room if you want to join us before I start locking the room out.
I'm 54. I want to be done at 60. I mean,
do you? Who doesn't?
Done. Putting my toes in the sand.
What do we got?
Wherever I want to. I want to be done.
Okay.
You can't be done in our business.
He's lacing everyone with the same dream.
Stop and start and stop and start and stop, and companies fall over. Then you got to go to another one. And guys,
Bob,
I know so many of you that have been with us for the last handful of years, work so hard, talk to so many people, and it's just discouraging not only to watch my business shrink every time that happens, but everybody's. We work so hard, and so I carefully chose to go all in with what I'm going to show you, because I know it's not going to go away. I know that everyone can participate, and I know that everyone will get phenomenal value from what's even being offered today. Some of the things I'm going to share with you tonight that are coming in a few weeks, and there's always going to be cool new stuff added.
Alrighty.
But this is something that I truly believe this company has.
He truly believes it?
It's going to turn the industry upside down.
Oh my God.
You know, when you start something new and you're one of the first people, you have to kind of go through
all the connections ready to
the
go
naysayers.
If you want to join us?
Because most people want to just follow what's already, happened. Right? People are showing their checks. You're seeing 30 people on the stage for promotions. You're seeing, 5,000 people at conventions, and you're like, this looks safe.
Sounds like me.
And then the next thing you know, like a company I thought would be here forever, recently gone, poof. After 23 years of hard work. And when I looked at, and it's taken me a minute. It really has taken me a minute to go, what going all in on?
Hopefully you can still hear me.
Prayers, meditation, lots of things.
The religious undertones are already starting.
It all circled back to this. For those reasons, fantastic owner. He listens to us. He's very successful in running businesses and keeping them opened. And he's very, very connected to the field. Like, he's been in the field in network marketing, but he's not a network marketing leader guy.
Really?
That was out there that just, you know what? I can make a lot more money if I just started my own deal. This guy doesn't need money. He loves to bless other people, and all of those things.
They've only got a limit of 100 characters in here.
And I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm going to shut up and show you some slides. Every one of
All right,
you
we're at capacity now.
will be able to sign up every single person you know. How cool would that be? Think about that for a minute.
Right, let's
Type
go
in the
to
chat.
Fritz
How
Banger.
cool would it be if everyone you knew actually said yes and signed up?
Yes.
Type a yes. That would
I'm going to
be
kill
cool.
the chat room
Or
in a minute.
no if you don't think so.
Okay,
Right.
here we go.
I
We're
know
at
how the game
capacity now.
is. We'll be
People
able to
always
sign
think
up
that
every
just
All right, here we
because
go.
you make it or you can do good presentations, whatever. You must be making all the money. Trust me when I say.
Trust him, guys.
I live by the 1 in 10 rule myself. I talk to 10, 9 say no.
All right, let's see what he
That gets
says
a little
now.
old. Would you not agree? I mean, that gets old. So what if I told you every single person that you share this with will say yes?
Yes.
And if they don't say yes, they're just conditioned to say no to
The
everything.
chat room.
And why do I say that every person will join you?
All right, let's see how they start kicking
every
people out.
person can join with a lifetime.
They've actually shut the chat room down.
Four-letter word.
And I'm just telling them that it's been streamed live.
Free. Now I'm going to show you a few of the differences between free and not free. But there is so much value at free.
You can turn your camera
that there
on,
is
though.
no reason that everybody wouldn't be able to sign. I was with my brother this past week, and he goes, "What are you doing now?" I said, "Oh, I'm glad you asked. Let me open up my laptop." I didn't even tell him what it was. I went straight to the registration page. I said, "Just sign up, man. It's free."
Wow.
He signed up. When I told him about it, he's like, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "Can I sign up people?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. I'm hoping you do."
So this guy's got a cross around his neck.
So the point is that I have been in the same boat as you. Where people always
he's already
think
using the lines. I'm in the same boat as you. They say that when you lose all your money,
anyone we talk to just says yes. That's just not the case. But I will tell you this: for the 2 weeks, and Ron knows,
running this,
I worked for about 2 weeks when we launched this. You know, I showed up. I helped the team. You know, I always help the people that were in. I helped them get through any challenges.
So just have a look to see who the co-hosts are,
etc. But I literally worked for about 2 weeks, and over 50 people said yes to me.
50.
And I didn't really even go crazy. And I said, you know what? It's time that everybody knows about this company. Because guess what? We are, this is weird. I'm sharing my screen right now, but it looks totally different. All right, we should be good there. I don't know why.
He's got everything.
You know why?
Fun saving network.
On my browser.
Oh my god!
Somebody's Ron or Skip. You guys got to unmute to let me know that you can actually see the screen.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it perfectly. Yeah.
And now you see it in presentation mode.
Yeah, it's in presentation mode.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Can unmute yourself?
Okay, it's different. Sorry about that, guys. I'm in a browser, so I can't see you guys anymore.
So Fun Saver Network. Well, let's do a blog in real time.
And so this company's called the Fun Saver Network. Why? Where does that name come from?
Fun.
Having fun. How many of you like to have fun?
Oh, I love it.
Put a one in the chat if you like to have fun. How many of you like to save money?
In the chat because you
put a 2 in the chat if you like to save money. Those to me are the first two things. The average person, the masses, the people that you know that will never join you in networking, they just won't do it. They think they got to go sell everything, right? But how many of those people like to save money? All of them. How many of them love to have fun? Are you kidding me? They can't wait till Friday.
Have a look at this.
Right? They already got their plans made on Monday for the next weekend.
In New Zealand anyway. That tells you a lot, doesn't it?
People don't want to be stressed out all the time. Fun and saving money. Those are the two main things here.
Fun and saving money.
This is why I know the masses are coming, period. However, what's the third thing you like? You like to make some extra money. There's going to be some people here that want a side hustle and make an extra couple $100. There's some people here that are going to say, you know what? I'd love to pay my mortgage, a couple $1,000. And there's some of you that are going to say, I get it, Bob. I'm riding your coattails. We're going to tell everyone we're going to stick to it.
It's just the same shit every day, isn't it?
Go create a full-time income and put our toes in the sand with you in the next 5 or 6 years.
All right. It's been going.
It's a membership that pays. That's the main thing I want you to understand. So as a pro member, there's a membership. As a free member, it still pays. I know that's weird. Like, how can somebody do that without paying? All right. You guys are all familiar with all of these. If you have one of these, I guess we'll go back to the ones. Put a 1 in the chat. If you have 2 of them, put a 2 in the chat. If you have 3 of them, put a 3 in the chat. If you have all 4 of those, put a 4 in the chat. Or if you have some that aren't even mentioned on this slide, which there's a million of them, Costco's. Yeah, well, I have Sam's Club and Costco's, right? You have your memberships. Why do you have memberships? To save money. You always get a discount when you have these memberships. And everything has gone to memberships. It's saving money. It's easier. It's convenient.
All right, let's get their
Look at all
database
the
anyway.
users. Just Amazon Prime, 200 million users, 270 million at Netflix, 120 million at Costco, 19 million at Planet Fitness.
So what's this got to do with your
And
company, you
I'm telling
dumbass?
you only need a few thousand, and you're making fantastic money from home. Okay. Who pays you back? Any of these places? None of them. None of them. But FundSaver does pay on the membership. The membership is
so it's
the main product for the compensation
What's
plan.
the product? We still don't know what the product is, and he's telling us all about the membership being the key to it. I'll shut up and we'll listen to him.
I'm going to explain that. So Amazon launched in 1995. Anyone remember that?
No.
Books. They had books. Look at what they're doing now.
FundSaver Club.
Unbelievable. They offer everything. You can buy toothpicks on Amazon. It's crazy, right? 200 million members. All right.
How do these people get 100 people in a Zoom meeting?
Of 24.
To listen to this
the
shit.
18th. The business model is a wholesale membership. That's all it is. Okay. Now, the home business opportunity, in the home-based business opportunity, I have never seen anything.
Oh, here we go again. Oh, I've never seen anything like this before.
Out of a membership like this, like they do. It's insane.
Insane.
And one of the main reasons that we have this advantage is because the owner isn't trying to get rich off of this.
Oh,
he's already rich.
Give his money away.
Okay, so he's trying to really, truly bless other people, and he spent a lot of time thinking about how to put this together. A few years.
Wow.
Okay.
That's amazing.
We all know YouTube launched their streaming TV. There's already 9 million members. That's like $90 a month.
Wow. Is this like YouTube?
Somebody told me recently they had it. They signed up for YouTube TV at like $69 and it just bumped them to like $89 or $92 or something like that. Craziness. Okay. They don't pay to refer people. That's what we do. When you refer others and they become pro members,
because they're not allowed to run illegal companies by illegal marketing.
I'm going to get to the point where you get paid even if you don't become a pro member. But you don't have to buy stuff every month. In fact, you don't have to buy anything any month if you don't want to. You don't have a joining fee. You don't have an auto ship. You don't have any of those things. If you refer pro members, there is a compensation.
It's an online shop
which I'll go
that looks
through.
like all the products from AliExpress.
The membership allows us even greater discounts. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Okay, I'm going to zip through some of these
once again, they're struggling to find a product so they can sell membership.
I'm going to switch over here real quick. Let me escape that. Let me come over here.
So what do we want?
Whoops. Let me escape that. Let me back over.
I want to start writing a blog about.
Give me a sign. I can't see you. Just unmute.
What do you know about them already?
You guys are seeing the web.
And please start building a knowledge base so we can create a blog.
So it is a shopping club, but it's very friggin'
shopping
unique.
Club.
So the owner of the company,
oh my God, really?
He buys brand new products.
Come up with era
at wholesale warehouses, at undeliverables, at auction sites. Now you might say, "Oh, anybody can do that." No. You need the money to leverage the right
So this
prices.
is what ChatGPT is.
FundSaver Network is an online discount shopping club that operates on a membership-based model. Members gain access to deep discounts on name brand items and can participate in frequent flash sales known as FundSaver Network drops. These drops occur 2 to 3 times a week and offer surprise deals at unbeatable prices.
Lights to replace in their bathroom. They buy pressure washers. They buy
doesn't sound so bad so far.
They buy grills. They buy clothes, they buy shoes, right? So what he does is he buys thousands of products in bulk at extremely low prices, and he passes that discount off to us.
Oh my God.
It's 70 to sometimes even 95% off. In fact,
wow.
I bought a pressure washer a couple weeks ago.
No shit.
An 1800 PSI pressure washer just for the cars. I already have a 2000, although they have the 2000 as well. It was $37 for the pressure washer. I'm going to show you what that means. So first, let's talk about what a drop is. This is what he calls a drop. So a drop gives you the opportunity to grab incredible products, absolutely 100% unbeatable prices. You won't find them anywhere else. And you'll gain access to this exclusive limited sales. Now, here's the really fun part, right? Fun saver. So let's say he buys these pressure washers. Well, there might only be 50 of them. So if you want one,
this company looks like it's rebranded itself already.
You're going to get a text message and an email. Companies
Legacy
very
Builders
good with communication.
Review.
So, hey guys, Friday
Digital
we're doing a drop.
Community
This is a
Gifting
special
Scheme.
one. You go take a look at the drop.
Someone saying
You're a procrastinator.
Could be
you might
associated.
end up a little mad sometimes. You can't procrastinate because there might only be 40 of this item, right? There might be 10 of the item. There might be 150 of the item. We don't know. And guess what else? He doesn't know until he gets the shipments in and then goes through the products, right? But when he puts these up, he passes that on to us, and you're going to literally get these massive discounts. So let me show you these pressure wash drops. Okay, so look at this. This was a attachment for a pressure washer, right? To do your driveway. There's two of them actually.
So I wonder what the scam is with this one then. How it actually works.
Here's the pressure washer that I bought right here. This is what I have at home. 1800 PSI. $37, right? And then I already have this one in my garage. But look, 270 retail. In fact, that is what I paid right around that at Home Depot when I bought it 2 summers ago. $71 for this, right? This was just their pressure washers. Let's go back over here. Let's go into some of these drops you have here. Unbelievable set for women. Look at this.
Excuse me.
It's a hairdryer set, but all different ways. All you women probably can relate to this. You dry your hair and curl your hair with air now, and they come up with all these fancy ways. This is I asked my wife, is this a good brand? Yeah, I heard of that brand. $169 for this set. $35.
It's the same price as AliExpress.
Right?
Wonder if they can prove they're all
I just bought this, honestly. And I tried it out today, Ron. Remember, you and I had this conversation.
Honestly,
this little sucker works, and it's not very big. Like it picked up.
I'm going to show you something interesting. The image that's on the screen now. I'll find that on AliExpress.
Now, am I going to use this to go do a massive vacuum in my car? No, I'm going to go to the heavy-duty vacuum cleaner right down the road at the car wash. But guess what? I'm on the road. Yeah, I eat a cookie. I eat whatever. There's crumbs. Man, this thing sucked everything up pretty quick. Look at this. It was $5. It was $5. And this light comes off. So I can use it as a flashlight in the car, outside the car, whatever. I get stranded. Oh my God, I don't have a light. No, now I do because this thing is so small, it fits right in the glove compartment. It was pretty cool. There's all kinds of stuff, guys. Heated chairs or blankets for chairs, bunch of stuff for kids.
Okay, so look at this, guys.
Just all
so this is AliExpress, okay? And here's these same vacuum cleaners for $2.
All kinds of stuff. You can look at previous drops when you go. By the way, you can go to funsaver.com and you can look at all this stuff.
All this shit.
And let's go ahead and change this down to 21.
And put it on a shop.
So I look here.
So the shop is
everything. Lip balm,
so anything you find
stuff,
in this shop that he's showing you.
These knives were a massive
just off AliExpress
hit before Christmas. People
it's
bought
a drop
these
shipping
knives
business.
like crazy. Like they're going out of style
just be
for Christmas presents. Look, they were $89 knives for $19. $139 carving knife for $22.
Is there another meeting?
And I did buy this as well. $6
this
for this. This is great. I live in southern Louisiana.
The
hurricane season. You never know if you're going to be out of electricity. This little tiny thing. I think my wife has it in the other room. It's not very big.
He's just
literally you
cheap
open that lid
up
on the kitchen table. It lights up the entire living room like we're not out of power. It's pretty cool, actually. And it was $6.
I've just started doing a bit of an East so I don't know much about it at the moment, but his sales techniques are very much multi-level marketing.
I mean, there's just all kinds of cool stuff that is in here. Juicy Couture clothing, all kinds of stuff, from stuff you would use for your cleaning your teeth, putting sheets on your bed,
just everything. Beautiful.
What are these things called? I always forget what they're called, but it seems like they keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. These
Network.com.
$15.
Blocked in New Zealand.
At first, I saw that. I said, "Man, I thought that was kind of a lot, right?" My wife is like, "Are you serious? $15 for that?" Like,
and
yeah.
you personalize it right there on the site.
Exactly right. So if you wanted your name on it, or you wanted it to say the coolest dad in the world, or you wanted to say I'm the boss, whatever you want engraved. It's one of the things and one of the companies that the owner does own. So that's a perk for us. So you get the gist.
Who's the owner?
Let me tell you what happens with Fun Finds. This is different than drops. It's similar. It's the same type of thing, but these are limited items. There might only be 2 of them. There might be 1. There might be 3. So when this Fun Find happens, you want to go to the site, look at what it is. And if you see it, you like it, you should buy it right.
I mean, this is kind of up my alley.
If you liked it,
all this stuff is just on
trust
AliExpress.
me, somebody else.
Just take a screenshot of it, drag it into AliExpress.
Now these drops
find the same
Fun
products,
Finds,
even the same
happen
images.
Once, sometimes twice a week. Typically, lately they've been every Friday.
So the trick is going to be a monthly
to look
fee
forward to on Friday. So that's
you get a commission
Fun
for selling
Finds in the drops that the company
we'll find
offers.
out in a minute.
Okay, now in the wellness section.
Oh my God! Don't put any of that stuff in your mouth.
On Neutral
Just
Relief.
saying.
Neutral Relief is a company that I had built a relationship with the founders.
Here we go.
From that company that I started in 2019, and they are some of the most amazing people.
Right, we're just going to flip screens here.
Met.
We just found this video.
Just salt of the earth, never upset.
The Fun
Daniel's
Saver
a
referral plan.
brainiac.
So there we go.
They
Here's the
source this entire product
and it's
line.
the same guy.
They have scientists and doctors all on a board with them. They figure out what they want to do next. They go out and figure out what ingredients are needed. They source it all themselves. They manufacture it themselves. They brand it themselves, and they ship and distribute themselves. You can't buy these products on Amazon. You can't buy them on eBay. You can only buy them on their website. And now right here with FunSaver. Well, why would I buy them from FunSaver if I can buy them from the website? Well, look at the prices. Here's one that's 10% niacinamide collagen, right? Look at this, $56. It's $37.50 for FunSaver members.
What's the password?
It's $32.50, 46. Vitamin B12. How many of you know you probably should be taking more vitamin B, vitamin D? Maybe you're deficient in some magnesium. If you have leg cramps, I'll tell you right now, get the magnesium. Even if you're just a free customer, get the magnesium from here because you won't have leg cramps. Like the product here is amazing. And it's actually all liposomal technology. And what that means is
what's the password?
The product gets into your bloodstream in 20 seconds. Now, how amazing is this? If this product, let's go down here to the Trauma Max product. It's my favorite one. Trauma Max is something everyone should have in their house. You sprain your ankle, you got carpal tunnel, you got sore neck, you got stiffness.
What's the password to that meeting you've got?
Stressed out. This Trauma Max, it is the bomb. $59, $39.50 for us. Now, do you know that if this company was in a network marketing model, this product right here would probably be 99 to 140.
Oh my God! You're saving money left, right, and center.
There's always a 7 to 10 time markup. Well, every time we have products added here at FunSaver, there is no markup for account plan. He covers his merchant account, a little bit of profit for paying the staff, and the rest of it's.
Am I right?
So we're getting a massive discount. Even if you went to Neutral Relief, you're going to pay 30 to 35% higher in price than we pay here. Now, you may say, well, why would the owners of that company do that? They've been in business for a couple of decades. Why would they do that? Where they're cutting into their business? They understand what a membership club like this will do. And we're seeing this as 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 members in the next year or less. And
the whole
that's
goal,
going to be way more people.
$1 is to make 2.
That's why.
That means you're profitable.
Now, I'm going to say one more thing. There's all kinds of products.
However, we didn't bring you all the way out to show you how to make.
All right, I think we got a more exciting one here. Thanks, Jelly Snack.
For those of you that's looking to get
come back to that one in a minute.
Well beyond $300 when you first get started. So we're going to have our what we call our financial guru, our financial guy. He's going to come in. He's going to show you about these promotions. If you get started today within this particular time frame that he's going to share with you, you can make a significant income by doing a little bit of nothing. Still got to work, but just to get a couple of people into the business, you can make some great income. So he's going to share that with you about our promotions that we're running right now, and he's going to show you how you can make a profit from that right away. So we're going to bring up Mr. Jeremy Hennessy. We call him the show me the money guy. So he's going to come in and show you the money and how this actually works. Jeremy,
all right,
go ahead and
we're just going to destroy his chat room.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Good evening, good evening. Great job on the presentation, Calvin, as always. And as always, Arvon, great job on doing the breakdown of the training. That's some good nuggets that they sharing with you. Calvin did a great job showing you the comp plan, and Arvon showed you a jump start. How do you?
I'll just grab their
and man, you said $300.
usernames before I destroy them.
Make $300. Everybody want to make $300. So, but to give you some little icing on that, there is a bonus going on. If you have not seen it already, go ahead and download this flyer from your Power Zone. It's be on the promotions, and this is the current promotion: jump shot, double shot, and it runs from May 3rd all the way to May 30th.
All right, let's go.
The key thing in strategy is
we'll go back to the shop one in a minute. We'll just cause some mayhem here.
Sponsor 2 people and help them get Jumpstart 2. If you sponsor 2 people and help them get Jumpstart 1 and 2 made, that's where these bonuses are paid out. And as you can see, it pays to promoting this business, because as you promoting this business, you get more piece of the pie that's paid out. If you just start out as an MC only and you sponsor 2 individuals, yes, you'll make money off of
here we go.
Get started. But as you build the business and get promoted to RC, it pays out a lot more. So to put this more in a visual for you, I'm just going to put this in the chat here. Let me stop that.
So break this down for you. This product to help you with all your cravings.
Sponsor 2 individuals, help them get Jumpstart 1 and 2 May. That's $400. RC is $880.
I got the wrong chat room going.
Consultant is
I'm lost.
$1420. EC is $1860, and National Consultant that is $2,000. So let me put that in the chat here for you, along with this flyer. So basically, to break it down simple for you guys. You guys have plenty of time to really build this business throughout this month.
All right, so let's go back to
45 days
here.
To
let's open up the chat room.
1, 2, and 3.
Loyal to that relationship.
But key strategy
eventually,
is
the relationship split, and then eventually,
that's how you get the focus on to get certified. I'm going to show you how to get certified.
Well, one of their top leaders.
Guess what? I'm not sure if you guys understand this, but you can mix match any state, any market to earn these jump starts. So yes, if you live in Texas, hey, you don't have to just stay in Texas market. Go out and get you some Ohio customers, get some Illinois customers, get some
Fun saver. We'll come back to
the
Fun Saver in a minute. We just want to destroy this.
Any of the markets that we do business in, you can get to 8 points. That makes your Jumpstart 1. Go out and get 4 more points to Jumpstart 2, and this business unlocks these bonuses for you. It's $950 that they're paying out in total bonuses, based on your RC, based on your level. So I put that in the chat, based on your rank and position. If you personally sponsor someone, 2 people that is, and get the Jumpstart 1 and 2, that is the amount paid out for you. Now, if you go out and get 2 people in and get their sponsored already to Jumpstart 2, what happens next? Well, very simple. Go out and duplicate this again, and you will earn this unlimited.
All right, how many times we got in there?
And if you do this, you'll probably be on your way to your next promotion, be on your way to the next business, next promotion, next leveling up. So it's level up season. So hey, if you have any questions about this, let us know.
He's all right.
Get you on the right path.
This guy's trying to concentrate on the chat room. Sorry, I'm talking. Guys looking at the chat room now.
Hey, thank you so much for that, Jeremy. Guys, I'm telling you, it's a lot of money involved into this business, okay? But you gotta get started, okay? You gotta put yourself in a position where
these guys are just multi-level
That's
scammers.
just what it is. We say you don't have to be great to start, but you gotta start to be great. So you saw the presentation. We showed you a little bit of the quick start. We showed you the promotions. What's going on right now? You can make
about 150, 200
through this opportunity, but you got to start. Okay, so the ball is in your court. Here's what you need to do at this point. If this makes sense to you, you like what you saw, you got $75 to invest in the business, you ready to rock and roll, just simply get back with the person that got you on this webinar and let them know, hey, I'm a number 1, a number 2.
So this guy's looking at the live chat now thinking, oh my God, we're being streamed.
ready to get started.
So
number 2 says, hey, I like what I saw.
if you know these
but
guys,
not really
you
the
can
right
provide us
time for
information
you right
about
now,
this, so
but
we
I
can
do
put them
want to
in
be
a
a customer.
database of
Kind of showed
scammers.
you how a breakdown on how you
Let
can
us
save
know.
significantly on your energy bill. And if
The
that's
guy
something that
with
you're interested in,
Aspire on
just
his
tell
hat
them
is
that you're
probably
number
pissing
2. I
himself
want to be a
now.
customer. Or you may be a number 3. A number 3 just says,
Have a
hey,
wee
I
look.
like what I saw, but the timing is just not right now. And that's you. We definitely
217
appreciate you for
messages in the
coming
chat
out.
room, and they haven't
We're
shut
not
down the
begging
chat
anybody
room.
to do this, okay? We're looking for people that are looking for us. So if the
Oh,
timing is
and
just
they've
not
now
right,
closed the
we
chat room
definitely
down
understand.
so
But
that
just let
only
that
they
person
can
know either
see
way.
the
A number
messages,
1,
which is a
ready
bit
to get
laugh,
started.
really.
A number 2, I want to be a
Multi-view.
customer. Or a number 3,
These are
the
the 2
time is
main
just not right.
scammers.
And it's just that simple, guys.
If you know
Remember,
these
we
guys,
have
let
a
us
very,
know.
very simple system. We're going to
Here's
look
the
for
name of all
people
the
that's
people in the
looking for
meeting
us,
at the
and we're
moment.
going to be
We'll
successful through this
document this and we'll
opportunity.
put it in the
And we
database.
hope that you join us and partner up with us so you can be successful as well. So we're
Put my
going to give you
camera on.
guys your time back.
Ponzi schemer.
Take care.
Be aware.
I don't know what's going on.
You are scamming people. You 2 guys are liars. You're scammers. You're scamming. What the hell are you doing in here? We're reporting this meeting. We are going to get the IRS in here and they're going to smack your ass.
Okay. So anyway, I don't know what that's all about, guys.
Well,
but
you should know what it's about because you're a bloody scammer, mate.
Not an option.
You should know what this is about. You're a scammers. Okay, so we're just going to flip back to another screen. I will. They just laugh it off. It's quite funny, really.
On notice. Your actions.
Okay, I think it's time to go now.
Okay, so now we're going to see if we've got removing everybody that's... I think they might have got us out of the room, actually, funny enough. I'll just have a look. The meeting has been ended by the host. Brilliant. We can't get any better than that, guys. Well done. Well done. Who was that, you, Jelly Snack? Or was that Bob? Oh, how brilliant. So they've ended the meeting. So that's great. So what we can do in that case, I'm just going to refresh the meeting, and they will probably go back and start that meeting again. I thought they actually kicked us out, but they actually freaked out and actually shut down the meeting, which is even more funnier. So we'll go back and just get some... but in the meantime, we'll go back to our other screen and see if we can carry on listening about this
between a
Fun
free
Saver
member
Club.
and a pro member.
This commercial advert.
And why it makes so much sense to be a pro member. And I so want to tell you one of the coolest things coming in a few weeks, but literally you said I can't even tell you what that is yet.
Well done. Good stuff, Jelly Snack.
Unbelievable game.
That was you, because I know you had my recording going. Here I am trying to find my own recording on my keypad.
For free. And guess what?
It's
going to also help you probably save 20, 30, 40, maybe even $50 a month.
Just from this
one thing that they're going to have. And guess what?
That was brilliant.
Just by saving money that way, you never bought anything or anything. You never sponsored anyone.
Put my hand up.
You're going to save money, which would cover your pro membership.
And see whether...
Right, let's talk about this real quick. There's 4 ways to get paid. There's actually a 5th way now, but I don't want to confuse you. Now, paid on products. Okay, so let's talk about this for a second. So product bonus, okay? Anybody you personally refer...
Here we go.
That
it's all about
buys an item.
The products are shit.
You're going to get paid $1. Let's see if it says that. Okay. You're going to get paid $1. Okay. So if you signed up your friend Mary and they bought an item, you're going to get $1. If they bought 5 items in one order, you're going to get paid $5. If they bought 30 items for the month,
my goodness. So you get paid for how many people
doesn't matter the price, the PV, none of that nonsense. You're just going to make $1 every time somebody buys something. Now here's the best part. Let's say I think this sounds pretty cool. I'm a little tight right now. I could get it going. Let me talk to some people.
Just so you
free
know.
is free. Of course, I'm getting an account. So you open your account, and then your friend's over at your house for whatever reason, and you got Fun Saver up on a computer, and they're like, "What's this?" And you start a conversation, and they sign up, and they're like, "That's cool. I'll sign up." Why would they not?
So I've got my hand up here twice now.
So this is why I'm so excited, by the way. I know I've said it 5 times now, but free is free. Every single person you know should have an account. Whether they buy something or not, that's irrelevant. Everyone should have an account.
Right.
Now, let's say that your friend that came over, they said, this is really cool. I want to buy. It's Wednesday. They sign up. Free account.
Let's see if we can get Bob's
Friday,
attention.
They get a text message. Hey, don't miss the Fun Saver Fun Drop
Pixel's
tonight.
Coming.
And they go and log on out of just straight curiosity. They log on to it. Let's see what they got. Oh my gosh. They got whatever it is, and they buy it.
So Bob's not even looking at the screen because I'm spamming his message chat.
If they buy it,
hey, let's go.
If they bought 5 things,
we just shut down a meeting a minute ago.
If they bought 30 things, you just made $30. So even our free members can sign up free members.
Here we go.
And any personally enrolled person that signs up and they buy something as a free member, you make $1.
All right.
Now it gets more exciting than that. And I'll talk about that right now because it's not even on this slide deck. What's coming, being coded.
So I'm actually literally spamming
the
guy with the white hat.
Yeah, he can kind of
he's
give you that.
Spammed at the moment.
I'm running so short on time. Okay.
All right, you got your hand up as well?
If you are a pro member and you signed up your friend Mary, and Mary signs up her friend, Mary's going to make $1 when her friend buys something.
Oh, Mary's going to make $1.
Well, if you sign
this is the multi-level marketing, and Mary's getting a cheap product from AliExpress.
$1 or a quarter. You'll make a quarter. If you sign up 10 pro members, you would make 50 cents. Now, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, and I know a lot of you understand a little bit from a lot of people. It's what we've been doing in the investing world for the last 3 years.
Investing world. Talk about investments.
Cents, 49 cents, 60 cents. It's the same thing. But the thing I can't stop saying is that this works for free people. Everyone should have an account.
That's recruitment.
Okay. I'm going to zip through the rest of this, and I'm going to be doing full-blown compensation plans. So don't expect to get all this, but I want to show you what they squeeze out of a $25.
Well, I'm going to try to get some screenshots so I can make some nice thumbnails of this one anyway.
The pro membership's $25. If you sign somebody up, you get 50% of that, or $12.50.
Okay.
Now, here's a very unique thing. When you sign up to do your pro membership, it's going to bring you to what's called a value vault. In that value vault are one-time deals that you'll never see again. You may see the product again, but you'll never see the price again.
Barking outside. That's because he's been sick lately.
Incredible deals the very first time you buy your membership.
Notice I don't even notice, but his stream is like at 360. Buys in there,
so
that means he's got like no bandwidth where he's from.
So if they bought 5 things, how much did you just make? $100. It's a moving fast start bonus.
Really,
never been done before. They might not buy anything and you make the $12.50. They might buy 10 things and you make $212.50, which I think is pretty amazing.
That's amazing.
This fast start also goes down 3 levels. Okay. So first level is 50. The second level is 10%.
I'm just taking photos of everyone.
So on that $25, you make $250. As third level, you make 1% or a quarter. But we all know as the thing starts to grow, there's a lot of money even in the quarter or the $2.50. Now, if they buy in the value vault, $20 on level 1, $4 on level 2, and 40 cents on level 3. That encompasses the fast start. The matrix is your team, how we build. So what we've been doing lately is a unilevel compensation plan, which I prefer over a binary.
Oh, yes.
Okay. But the component of a binary that everybody seems to like is that you get spillover if you're lucky.
Okay.
Right? And then you got to still go build out your inside leg and all that stuff. But the spillover is an advantage. Very cool. That's the advantage over unilevel. What a matrix does is it only allows you to build 3 legs.
Oh.
That's it. So if you sponsor a 4th person, it's going to go under one of those 3. If those 3 sponsor 3 and they fill up that second level for you, and you have another person to put in, it would fall underneath someone in that 3rd line.
Look at me.
So it's a forced matrix. So when you sign somebody up, it's going to go into an empty hole in the matrix, which means it's going to bless somebody.
Look at the camera.
And this goes down 10 levels, which would be 88,000
Look, he's even got the hat on.
Guess what? You get 4% on every $25 membership, or $1 for easy math. So if you had 88,000 people in this matrix, in 5 years, you would make $88,000 a month from the matrix.
Jesus Christ.
What if only 10% of that worked? You would make $8,800 a month. If it took you 5 years, is it worth
and if the world population triples,
you would share people a free website membership for life? They can see the value to upgrade for a pro membership. By the time 5 years gets here, you got 40, 50,000 people in a matrix that you make $1 off of every person. And
that's incredible,
by the way, it's every
the white hat's
person
nodding away
not
like he knows all about it.
Sponsored. You might have an upline that sponsors a bunch of people. They fall in underneath you.
So
You'll
now we want to find out
on any
the other
person
guy that's promoting this. So we're going to participants.
It starts at 5 levels if you don't sponsor
Bob,
anybody, but you only get 50 cents a person.
So
if you don't sponsor anyone at all, and the person above you is recruiting like crazy, and they're bringing people in like mad into this matrix, and that's filling up your 5 levels, you're going to make 50 cents on every level, even if you didn't recruit anyone. But if you refer 2 people, you'll earn 4%. So you just got 100% raise. Now you make $1 off of everyone, and it goes down to 7. Sponsor 3, it goes down to 9. Sponsor 5, it goes down 10 levels. Okay, which again, if it goes down 10 levels, 88,000 people, 3,000 people at 7 levels. It's $3,200.
So it looks like there's Skip McCrory,
one of those. Okay, so that's the Matrix team bonus. Now the coded bonus. This is just people get this confused. Coded just means you sponsored them, so they're coded to you.
So let me introduce you to the team that seems to be promoting.
We have what's called a 2-up.
Is this guy
so that
here?
means 2 of your first 5 people end up getting coded information about Skip. So when you sign up 5 people, and obviously 2 of their 5 are going to be coded to you. Watch this. Here's today. You got your 5. 2 of them go away.
And the headphones. I'm going to take another photo of him because he's looking so good.
Okay, you never pass up another person. Now, guess what though? This one does 5. This one does 5. Right? 2 of them pass to you. This one does 5. 2 of them pass to you. This one does 5. 2 of them pass to you. You make $5 a month on every one of these memberships. Now those people get 5, 2 go to you. Those get 5, 2 go to you. And this goes on for infinity. There's no depth level. It's all coded to the sponsor. So if you have somebody coded to you and they sponsor 5 people, 2 of them are coming to you. Well, those new 2 ones that came to you, they're coded to you. So if they sponsor 5, 2 of them code to you.
Here.
Like this is going to be probably 10 times bigger than even the Matrix at 88 grand a month filled up.
Let's get him.
Crazy. If you stopped here, it'd be $105 in a coded bonus.
So we want to do a reconnaissance run. So we're going to find out more information about this Fund Savers Club
to earn this coded bonus.
And then we will.
This coded bonus is paid monthly. Check it out. You got 3
in a negative way.
On your front level. They sponsor 5, and 2 of them come to you. That would be 6 on the second, 12, 24.
At least I can send this one through to Oz. He only likes doing multi-level marketing shopping.
This right here would be 12,285 people coded to you at $5 a piece at 61,000 a month. Okay, 10% of it is all that worked, 6,100. 10% in the Matrix worked, 8,000, 8,800, 8,800 and 6,100.
I'll give you the
That's
URL.
Pretty good living. Sorry, $15,000 a month. I think we can all live on that.
I did start doing a.
And this model is just based on sponsoring 5. I have a full-blown training we're going to be running every single week. That is
now I couldn't get the domain name to load in New Zealand.
The whole idea here
is being locked.
Get 5 pro members. That's all you got to do. And help other people do the same thing. It's very, very simple. Okay. And then a duo just means you sponsor 2. A trio you sponsor 3. A pro 5 you sponsored 5.
The same with more dense.
And that really is the whole compensation plan. But what I want to do now, I'm getting so close to the top of the hour. Ron, I want to bring you up just for a second. We're very short on time as we got another Zoom, unfortunately.
Short.
I should definitely not have squeezed these Zooms together. But let me stop sharing. Can you see? Are we done sharing now?
Yeah, you're done.
Okay, all right. So, guys, this is my buddy Ron. He's the master distributor.
Hey, Ron.
He hates being called that because he's really a servant-driven guy, but he's the one that knew the owner. He sits on the top of the thing. Nobody else is above him, and everything starts with his 3 legs, and we're all in his organization. Ron, if you can, just share kind of I know it's going to be hard for you. You and I are a lot alike, but just the Cliff Notes version of, where we are and really where we're going.
Well, the first thing I want to say is this. Congratulations to all of you for maxing out this Zoom and showing up.
So he's got the hat
and everybody being here. And I just want to reiterate what Bob was talking about. For me, I've done this for 35 years, guys and girls. I've been in this industry that long, and I've done well. I haven't had a real job in a long time.
I haven't either.
But because of the industry changes and things that are happening in that nature, I couldn't trust any business owner out there anymore. I couldn't bring my people there. I couldn't do anything with them because I just couldn't trust them. But my friend in Tennessee, which is the CEO of this company, I could trust him. He's the guy that I've known for over 5 years.
5
We
years.
are not the company that put together a compensation plan and said, let's put some stuff to make it work. That's not what happened.
At least we're doing something different
2 years
today.
ago, he and his daughter, he has been buying these
You think we
things
should have a wee
from
look to see if
shelf
Randy's here?
pulls and overstock and Amazon non-deliverables.
Randy's
He's already honed in his
having a bad
skills to
experience
know
with it
what
at the
to
moment, isn't
buy,
he, with me?
what not to buy, so he doesn't get junk. He already knows. And they've been selling this stuff on Whatnot and Poshmark for 2 years. Another one is, and they're killing it. So I said, we need to take your model that you have that works. Let's put a compensation plan to it. Make it a membership club where people don't have to buy if they don't want to.
I've got 2 sounds
it's
going.
there
Sorry about
if they
that.
want to, and let them share it.
Welcome to the webinar. Oh, it's frozen. He froze. Oh, it's happened when
But you're getting paid on everybody in the shop.
Oh, he's back.
That's the difference. And it has more value.
What you said.
And I wrote the compensation plan because I didn't want, I hate compensation plans where you got to jump through hoops to get money. It's just crazy.
Oh, so you wrote it.
What companies do now. They do it on purpose.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And
all the other scams are just crap.
And they know for a fact that nobody's going to hit it. Very few will. They don't have to pay much. This compensation plan is not written that way. It's not written where you have to buy every month. None of that stuff happens. And I'm so proud of what we put together because we're different. We're
different scamming. I love it. And we're just going to switch microphones here, so we'll just have a second in case they let me put my hand up.
Danny, we're about to boot you out of the meeting. You're not going to get a chance to talk. You're going after all the freaking real good people in network marketing. And this
what a screamer. I'm going after the real good people. Certainly am.
Just stay off the Zoom. And by the way, hi everybody on YouTube. Good to see everybody on YouTube watching this on Danny de Hek's channel. Biggest douchebag I've ever met in my whole life. Pardon my French, you guys. But this guy
that shows you true colors. That's
anyway,
great.
Ron, I'm super happy to be connected to you. I'm super happy that we found a company that's changing the way that network marketing is actually done. People can actually save a tremendous amount of money without paying $1. They can join for free. There's no enticement to get you to upgrade. There's value as a pro member, just like there's value when you become a Costco member, just like there's value when you become a Prime member, right? The value that is in the membership is there, but every single one of you can have a free account and save a tremendous amount of money. Ron, we're going to be having a bunch of these Zooms. It looks like we're going to end up having a different platform, a different whatever. Man, I'm just excited. You guys are all here.
Boy,
you guys are all striving. You want a better life. There is no guarantees. But once again, every person you know should have a free account. The free account will save them a tremendous amount of money. I wish we would have had a little bit more time to go through some things tonight, guys. But listen, we're going to be doing these Zooms a lot. We're going to be talking to a lot of your free members so they understand the value, how to use the system, how to know when the drops are coming, how to stay communicated, how to be in the right groups, how to understand what's coming, how to understand what's available to them. Absolutely free.
Take that finger, mate.
That's one of the reasons I'm so excited about this. So unfortunately, we got to wrap up, guys. Ron, thanks so much for everything, bro. Your hard work. I know you and Shane have been working like a dog. And it's pretty amazing. You know, this dude is such a
scammer.
All right, guys, we'll see you on one of our next live Zooms. Have a great night, guys. God bless you.
Hey, see you later. See you later, guys.
So that was funny. All right, then. So we'll end that one there. So if you have been watching this was a little snippet about the fun. What do they actually call that? The Fun Savers Network, which is basically an online shop that they buy everything from AliExpress. So it's a drop shipping shop. So now they have a product, and now what they do is they get you to recruit people, and when they buy the dumb products, you get money for doing so. But I haven't done a full expose on the Fun Savers Club, and obviously the arrogant little prick that was running the show. We've got photos of him and the 3 other guys behind it. We even had the guy with the cap and the T-shirt. He's probably been to the movie about the Fun Savers Club. It does remind me of that Dollar Save Club. It's a really good video. Have you ever watched that? Dollar Shave Club? Go search that on YouTube. It's actually a brilliant video. Look, I'm here to name in this... what am I here? My name is Danny de Hek, and I am the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. And I am here to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Now, these people spent most of their time talking about their, how do we say, affiliate marketing package. So I did do a few screenshots along the way, which I will go back to if I can bring them up. Randy. So if I go to here, so this is weekly fast start bonus. So a new member pays $25 to get started. So it doesn't sound like that new member is able to buy any products unless they buy a membership. You get $12.50, so they're giving away 50% of it, and $20 more for each piece brought in the vault. Now, does this sound like an online shopping discount, online shopping store, or does this sound like another product so that they can claim that it's something like that? All right, so we won't go on about this one, but I will break this off into a new video. This video will be embedded into my website, and I'll have a blog all about the Fun Saver Network, I should have said. So go check that out. And as I said, I'm Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, here to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or scam. And this will be my first video done on the Fun Saver Network. So if you have any intel, please go to dehek.com, use the contact us page and send it to us anonymously. Anyone that you saw in that Zoom meeting that was running it or promoting it, any information about them, let me know so I can put it in my database. My database is accessed by 6 different people. 6 different countries, 6 different government agencies from 6 different countries. So that's what we're here to do. See you in the next video, guys. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to go to another one now. Let's, are we with Randy? So what are we looking for here, guys? We are looking for Randy. Now, have I got Randy? He's not there. So you've given me another link to go into, and hello to everyone in the chat room. Sorry, I was getting a bit wound up in that one. That was fun. We managed to shut down one meeting and expose a new one that we haven't seen before. So is this the girls, perhaps? And I send them a message telling them that we've been broadcasted live, and then they go, oh, we know you're broadcasting live, like they knew about it, but I was the one that informed them about it. I love telling them, I love letting these people see the bus coming down the street, and no doubt they're watching it now. Oh, goody, I haven't seen this one before. So what's this one here? Oh, it's ready to go. Excellent. All right, so I'll just save it for next time. Done. So let's get a few of these meetings going. I'll get my arsenal of meetings all ready to go. And we're going live. What have we got here? Is it... Hold on, I'm just trying to get a few.
Okay, and Remain, right?
Yeah,
right.
yes.
Hey, good, because gosh, I keep... So right. I got it right the first time, and then for some reason I want to say Ramon, and I'm like, I know that's not right.
Ramon, right, that's good. Okay.
So I want to tell you for Google Fit, make sure that you use the same Google Fit address that you did for your phone.
Hello, I'm Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. Even I forget my name sometimes. We just got a few Zoom meetings open at the moment, and we've just stumbled across a meeting with only 4 people in it. So we're going to have a quick look and see what we can find. So come with me for a journey, and we'll see if we can cause some disruption. Disruption, is that a word? I'm obviously in a rush, but follow in and let's have some fun, and let's see what disruption we can cause in this meeting. It sounds like another fitness app, maybe something to do with Rory again. Let's have a listen.
I got a new system for that.
Right.
I understand, Bob. The struggle is real regarding too many.
All right,
groups.
so we'll get
We're
in here in
just
a
sitting here talking
second.
about too many passwords for real.
Oh, that was funny. Hello. I'll see if we can get in here with Mark Smith.
See, aren't you happy now? You can download.
Oh, bloody hell! I've just not realised that I was in a meeting already. Sorry, guys. I'm already in there with
Okay, so once it does, do I need to go in and do anything differently?
Full screen. We're going to go to gallery view.
So yes, so in Google Fit, if you want to get credit for your workout, you will need to go
so now we need
to the Google Fit application on your watch. and start a workout that way.
Let's see if we can get some.
But on the Get Fit Money, I won't have to change anything. It should automatically.
Yeah, it should automatically do that. If it doesn't, then let me know.
Hello.
But it honestly should automatically do that now.
Fun here.
Because your Google Fit is now linked to your watch and not linked to
I know. I'm just trying to get myself organized.
Well,
here.
not linked to the Galaxy Active. It's linked to the FE. So it should already register that it's linked to that one.
There we go. Why are you all big like that? 1 second.
No, I don't want
the only sucky part is we did that.
It's like amazing.
Today, and now all your numbers.
I know. How's that work? What have I done wrong here? 1 minute, please, caller. That one there.
There wasn't much there.
Queen.
We should have did it in the morning time.
I'm working on it.
Woke up.
Squirrel.
So
there we go.
I don't think we fully thought. There
you go. Put you back where you belong. Where do you want to be?
Probably will be messed up a bit.
I'll be in a box.
Yeah, no. Oh no, just seen you. They do that. Okay, you're in a box. I'll put you next to me. There you go. You're up there. All right, let's see if we can cause some havoc here.
I've been next to worse people, so I'm good.
Oh, you're kind. I want to see if I can get this one going. I'm actually just trying to. I try to get as many connections as I go because there's only 4 people in this meeting here.
Okay, wait. I wanted to ask you: is this the one that Randy's in, or is this a different one?
No, this is a different one. We've got 140 Zoom meeting links, so it can literally be anybody.
I think we're good to go at the moment.
Back to
okay,
YouTube.
I stepped away for a minute, and then when I keep
I've got you on here, is there any amount like on your
see what we get
your activity submissions that
I'm doing stuff I don't normally do?
Not enough
Ask me to do.
That you would just not submit that day?
Like
if it was less than so many shares or.
Okay, we'll try to. Who should we go in
really.
We get
just submit them all.
Did we get
launch meeting?
Did we get your miners from the hatchery?
I'll go in there as get fit.
Then yes, I would submit.
Because that's the
know
opposition
why?
app.
Because you get extra rewards when you submit in the hatchery. So it makes it worth it.
If you make any sense of that, please let me know.
Because even if your POPA is small, then even if your POPA is small. Then
something like
what
that.
will happen?
At least see if they know me.
I'll get extra rewards in the hatchery.
Is that like body odor?
Okay.
That's weird.
I've gone in there with my own name. Wonder if she knows me.
So
I don't understand what they're selling.
Fitness app that people pay a monthly fee for normally, and they get
Okay, so yeah, it is an app.
Yeah, and I've just been writing to Apple Store this morning, funny enough, complaining about when I did a expose on.
It started and then lost connection or something. And
Smart Club.
What happened?
Oh, it had it was starting to do the download and then it lost connection.
So now what we should have in a minute.
A picture of a cloud with a.
She should be
splash through it.
admitting me into the room. So I've gone in there as another
but it's
app.
working on
Get Fit, Smart Club, and the next one will be Smart Steps. And there are 3 other apps that have fallen over.
We may get disconnected because my Zoom.
None of them are actually smart.
Yeah, don't need to be smart here.
Back on if we need to, or do you feel like we need to?
I'm down.
I mean, I can finish trying to walk through the steps and just shoot a message out to you if I run into problems.
Oh my goodness, yes, that would be amazing. But I'm super excited and I'm glad that we were able to download it.
I think they must know what's happening because I've got full connections waiting to get into their room.
Right there.
Right.
Exactly. It was progress to be able to download.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome. I'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate you.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Let's see if she lets me in.
I think you're supposed to be able to download the apps, aren't you?
Oh, it's something like that. It's freaking crazy.
They're acting like that's a big feat. They're like, I can download it now. What do you mean?
This one that we did last night. This is how clever they are. Oh, where'd you go? Where are you? You're off the screen. Hold up, we'll get you back. You just disappeared. Come back to me. I see you there. Alrighty, 1 minute, please, caller. I'm just changing screens. So when I change my setup, I need to put you back there. Boom, there you are. So I did this one last night on Rory. I call him Con Archer, but his name I think is Coniger. And they've got an app called Step Chain, And if you go down here, I've talked about how it's actually in the Apple App Store. But the name that they've actually got it in the Apple App Store is called Absolutely Digital. So then you come down to the legal side of it, where they do the app privacy.
So it's for a fitness app then?
Yeah, you get rewarded for how many steps you do. And you get rewarded in tokens that are worthless that you can't convert into USDT. So they're promoting fitness.
But you can spend them in the app on stuff?
No. They're going to be worth something one day.
Oh, so probably like future crypto sort of thing is what they're going for.
Yeah, but they're not. You can't buy them on the crypto market at the moment. So you're literally getting paid sand for doing steps, thinking it's of value. But there's a monthly fee. But when because they've got listed in the Apple App Store, they've listed themselves under a different company name. When you go down to their privacy and you click on their developer privacy statement, it comes up on their website called stepchain.net/legal. And if you go down to the terms and conditions, everything here talks about StepChain. And when you get to the very bottom, they actually have a Gmail address at the bottom of their terms and conditions. So they're not, what they're trying to do is hide. Well, they're trying to hide themselves from who they really are. So if you took the word legal off their domain name and went to their actual domain name, you get a 404 error. So,
but it was theirs.
Well, it is theirs.
It has their logo, so it was their website.
Yep,
it's
but
just down now.
Now you go to the multi-level marketing website and you change that .com to .io, and here comes all the multi-level marketing stuff that they've hidden from the Apple App Store. So today I informed Apple App Store that this company is, and they've even say things that you're going to get $1 million worth of rewards every month. Is that $1 million? It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And that's an illegal income claim.
And also,
even though it says rewards, it still counts as an income claim.
Right.
Because technically people would see that and they would think, I can get $1 million. It's equivalent. So.
Yep. And the real funny thing about this is they are claiming that their tokens are worth $1 million, so to speak, because they'll pay you in their worthless tokens, but you can't convert them back to real money. So it just gets worse and worse.
They offer brain games.
Oh, it's just. So I did a whole blog about them and the guy behind it, because the guy behind it has been doing claiming he's doing a class action lawsuit to people, helping them get their money back, but he's been the one promoting the scams. So it's just.
Wait.
Yeah.
I have been hit up. There's a company. Yeah, there's a company that is doing that right now. It's really, really creeping me out.
Oh, it's GetFit.
And they've hit me up a few times asking me if I would basically hook them up with people that had gotten messed over in MLMs. Right. And I was like, okay, well, but why are you trying to get a hold of people? What's the goal? Because I don't just start telling them who to go to, right? Yeah. So I'm like, why do you want to know? And they were like, well, we're trying to help people recover their money.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay, so how do you plan on doing that?
Yeah.
And then they go, oh, well, these people just have to pay me a monthly fee and basically join my thing underneath me. And then once they do that, then I will go and I'll fight for them to get their money back. And I'm like, so you want people that have been scammed out of money to pay you, and you're not a lawyer, you're just some rando.
Yeah, that's right. No,
to get their money back.
Yeah. It's just so, yeah, it's exactly right. And that's what I was off. When I went to Australia, this guy met me at the airport, picked me up, and then he was telling me that he was doing one of the biggest class action lawsuits in the world at the moment. And they've got $34 million worth of investors' money that they're going to get back. Now, if you lost $100,000, he tells them that it was going to cost you 16% of that money, 16% of your $100,000 to recover your money by doing a class action lawsuit. To get that money, you needed to pay 9% of that money up front. And then if they weren't successful, you would be refunded. But for 5 years, they never did anything. So I have $600,000 with Australians who have invested and paid him, and he's done nothing. So when I got back, they contacted me and said, oh, if you give us a list of all the people that lost money in Hyperverse, we'll give you a flat rate commission every time you send somebody our way. And I said, no. I said, because I don't even know who's got the money from Hyperverse. How are you guys going to do it? And they sort of insinuate, well, they literally did say it doesn't really matter because they will investigate. And I said, well, how can you claim you're going to do a class action lawsuit against an entity where no one knows who they are or where the money is? And it was just stupid.
Unless you're in law enforcement or you work for the SEC or FTC, you don't have access to any information that me and Danny can't get ourselves.
Well, I have literally been in Zoom meetings with the IRS, Homeland Security, and the FBI, and the court prosecutor for Rodney.
That's what I mean. Like, there's no way that you, unless you're in law enforcement or working for one of the agencies, that you would be able to get money back any better than anyone out here could do it for you, you know?
Yeah.
Which is not likely.
Okay, I need to set up a domain name.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't. What for? The new site? Can that wait for a bit?
I was just starting it now, but okay.
You want me to stop my live and do work?
Of course.
God, sometimes I get bullied around in this house, I tell you what. Oh, we're listening to you. Can you?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, it doesn't make sense to do that, even to send people to them, because it's like, well, then what? Then they've paid you too, and nothing happened?
I'll give you another real freaky one. If I went to my website, I feel a bit dumb by it, but I'm actually going to make it into a very good story. I mean, if I get, what am I trying to say? If I get hoodwinked into believing someone's sob story, then everybody can. But there's
no one's ever above any of this.
So
people seem to think that, they can learn too much. You can't, unfortunately.
Well, you'll freak out with this one. So these two guys here, we've been following, they've been promoting Trades Network. Trades Network's actually stole about 11 million, 14 million from mum and dad investors over 8 months. As soon as that crashed, they started promoting this glory assured network. And this has already fallen over. So a lady reached out to me.
Quick.
I know. This lady reached out to me and told me that she's lost $18,000. And so I did an update on the bottom of the blog about a lady from the Philippines who lost $18,000, got cancer, needs surgery, got 3 kids, wants to commit suicide. And I've been talking to her for about 3 weeks, being the nice guy. So now she's telling me that she's got these ideas. And now she's given me the logins to her accounts. So I can go in there and see her accounts. She said, now she tells me that she borrowed $10,000 from, no, she's got $10,000 of that $18,000 is actually her friend's money. But now she's grooming me as a romance scammer. So the front end of the scam is the people we know promoting it. The back end of the scam is people now going after, claiming they're victims of the scam that I'm familiar with. So if I went to my LinkedIn account, which you'll see things I don't want to show on the screen, this lady has now been chit-chatting to me. So I've employed AI, and I've basically put all the correspondence that we've had with this lady.
What if she was actually interested, Danny? I mean,
yeah,
you're not looking for a lady?
Yeah, well, I don't know if my partner would like that. But so now the fun part of this is I can actually use AI. So I've got it labeled here as and this is good news for anyone else doing it. So I'm just trying to go back to the start of it all. But basically, I've chucked in all the correspondence.
Oh, yeah, no, if you're going to mess with a romance scammer, definitely use AI.
Oh, it's brilliant. So I said someone is trying to pig butcher me. Her name is blah, blah, blah. Oh, God. Now it's not doing what it should be doing. And every time I put a conversation in there, it comes back and tells me, it talks to me like, oh, that's really interesting, Danny. And now... Now, do you want to expose her or do you want to string her along some more? So I've literally been stringing her along with texters. And then I said, no, I want to string her along.
You might as well figure out how it works, right?
Yeah, and then I said, and by the way...
Sometimes you got to do that.
I said, I'm going to build this into an informative blog to help educate others, so gather information along the way. So it's literally building its knowledge base on how it's going to write me a really informative blog about the mechanics and what she's using. She's given me screenshots. Yeah. She's given me logins to the scam, which we've had people look at and they don't work. And then, so I've also got another lady at the moment who's sending me 22 million. And I've been corresponding with her as well. And I'm just doing the same thing, following the scam and using AI to fight every... So
I'm sorry, did you say, hold on, did you say she was sending you 22 million?
Yeah, another lady. So that's quite good. I wonder where
she just wants to give you $22 million?
Oh, it's a hard luck story. It's sort of like the Nigerian scam.
Oh, okay. It's like, I want this money, but you can have it. Yeah, okay.
So what we do now is we have all these lovely emails that go back and forth, and then we have answers. And she's always
I was like, that's a really weird scam, like calling someone up or writing someone and being like, I want to give you millions of dollars.
I think it's 20.
Like, what scam is that?
I think it's 2.2 million. But
that's
but now,
crazy though.
But now she's asked me for my address, my phone number, my everything, and she's going to send me
identity theft.
Well, yep, that's one thing. So then she's going to send me a receipt of she's sending me cash, and she's given me a receipt of the courier company. And I said, oh, look, it's a lot of money. We've got to investigate the courier company, make sure they're doing things legit. And send me the receipt. And she sends me to a shipping company where it has a number, and I couldn't get it working. So then I sent her... and then she said, I'll do it for you.
That's just her putting it into the
So now we've
company. That's not even really a receipt though.
No, but now we've got the receipt. And if you can see, you won't be able to see, but this is different color font. So
I can.
Yeah, and it's like,
it's different,
cash. So she's paid cash. So then I said, how did you go paying cash when sending the goods? Did you go into the courier company with 2.2 million and pay them $370 cash? How did that actually work? So, AI is so clever. It comes back. So I've got this brilliant story that once we keep stringing her along. And then last night I thought, what I'm going to do is now, I've got AI didn't know that I've written a blog all about this in the past. So now I've chucked the whole blog of the original scam, and I'm asking AI to work out why they come after me. Because if I go to her LinkedIn profile, this might sound silly for people who know me, but she's only got 5 connections on LinkedIn. She's got no activity, and it's a friggin' new LinkedIn account. But in the meantime, she's found something that she's looked at my name, and it's got the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. She's probably in a human trafficking compound, can't read English very well, and most of her life is cut and pasting what to say next. So in the meantime, she's probably just searched for everyone on LinkedIn that has something to do with crypto, and then told them that she's been scammed, built trust with me over 3 or 4 weeks, and now she's about to ask me for money. And ChatGPT
Well, there's also call centers that literally run where it is usually human trafficking, where they'll get girls in and men in sometimes too to scam women. And they'll just run whole call centers of people just doing romance scams the whole way, because a lot of them are via text. So they just literally have a bunch of scammers sitting there with like cell phones and text now accounts, and they can literally talk to like 10 different people at a time.
So I'm big into the human trafficking, which you might not know, but Operation Shamrock is this lady, Erin West. I met her in Sydney a few months ago. And she goes in.
I know about Operation Shamrock.
Yep. So this is exactly what we're doing. She's in there. I've done videos on the scam factories and the human trafficking compounds, pig butchering.
So you know, right? It's like a huge thing.
And this is what gets me going. Because
also, some people like in those areas, the only call center jobs that they can get are for scam call centers. And it really is an issue because like they're just like you or I, where they have a family to support and they need to get a job.
Well,
so then they end up at these call centers, and it's like they don't even want to scam people, but they're being paid, and usually it's shit money. To like do these scams,
Yeah, and they get rewarded in the human trafficking compounds. That's one side of it, but the call centers is they get to go home at night, In the human trafficking compounds, if you're not familiar with that, they will answer an advert that they see advertised in China, for example, about a job opportunity in Thailand. They turn up at the Thai airport, they have their passports, they hand them over to the people to take the paperwork. Then they tell them that they have to pay for their flights that they said were free, and they have to work off the flights, and they'll get their passport back when they work off the flights. And if they fight against it, they
look for au pairs and stuff a lot, and people that want to like travel, and people go missing.
Yeah, I've got videos. I've got 200 videos on a Google Drive from a lady who prepared 108-page documents to the United Nations of people being tortured, murdered, and beaten, buried alive, bruises all over their body that you wouldn't. And they gave those to me because they were preparing a document to be presented by the United Nations at the conference I went to, and they asked me because people don't realise that you might be just playing around with these scams, but these scams are developed in these human trafficking compounds. And that glory one I just showed you, that looked like that whole scam had been the front end of it had been prepared in a human trafficking compound. And then the second tier is people claiming they've been scammed by it, trying to work on romance scams.
Yep.
And the third side of it, I presume, is I don't know, it's all just scam after scam.
The third side of it is the cults, and then the human trafficking of the cult. Like Scientology and stuff that sends people away, takes 10-year-olds away from their parents and sends them to other countries to work.
You're in charge for a bit.
All of that great stuff. Danny's on the phone right now. He's saying, "Thank you so much. I just really need my anal plug to come in the mail quickly. I've been waiting for it for a while. You know, me and the wife are having some fun together later on tonight. So that's why I want you to express ship it to me. Are you guys sending it tonight? We really need to make sure that we get it. I got to get ready. You know, got to love the pegging. It'll be an awesome night. Just, when you get here, be sure to give me a call. Let me know that you left it at the door. I want it to kind of be a surprise for the missus, I'm here working all day. She wanted me to log off the stream and work. I told her, don't worry, honey. I'll get it early for us. I really appreciate you doing me this favor. And I promise that after this, I will go after the FedEx scam for all of you. Thank you so much. Again, give me a call.
What did we do? Thank you very much. I've got
no problem. I just interpreted your conversation.
Well, funny enough, I do drop shipping for a living, and when I get a phone call,
I know, and they got deliveries for you.
I actually sell ready to go.
I wouldn't go back and listen to anything I said. By the way,
I did hear something, but I've got waggly ears. It's, in our game, we listen I can literally put 3 Zoom meetings on at the same time and listen to all of them.
I can have a Zoom meeting on and then be like editing or be listening to some scammer going off and editing and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's quite cool. So I've just opened up a whole lot of Zoom meetings, but that guy there was, he rang me up and he said, I said, the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. Crypto is good, he says, but I don't know about the other one, the Avenger. I don't know if I should be afraid. And I'm going, on the tip of my tongue, I'm going, I'm not really a fan of crypto, I'll be honest. It's caused too much disruption in my life. But some people do look at it as good.
I don't do crypto at all. I just feel like it's a gateway for scammy things. I think unregulated can be worrisome because when it's unregulated, then when you get scammed out of it, you can't get it back. You can't track it. There's nothing to do.
Yeah. And I sort of don't want to,
worrisome.
Well, I don't want to boo-hoo on it, but I actually don't really care for it. I mean, I don't need it in my life. I do have some, but I don't, when I say some, I have people have donated me in crypto. So I have it, and I'm fascinated about technology. So I've literally set it up. The other day, somebody gave me a Pulse token. It was worth $160. It went down to $82.
I'm in 3 cults right now, just because I'm covering them.
Yeah, that's right.
But I had to join them.
Well, people
in
go
order
to me,
to get information.
Well, people go, you must be into Richard Hart because you've got Pulse coin. He said, no, I got given it, and I can't get rid of it, and it's in my wallet. So it went down to $82, and then the other day it went up to $2,000. and it's $2,600. And
Did you sell? Did you like get it?
No, but that's the scam. I couldn't get it off the platform if I wanted to. So it doesn't matter if it goes up to $1 trillion because it's like on their own blockchain, and it's kind of like funny stuff, you know. So,
well, yeah, that's why I'm worried about it. Same with like the NFTs and stuff. It's like, so you buy a picture that's digital, and then what do you do with it? You just look at it on your computer, like.
Yeah. And it's like I've got it just doesn't make sense. So I'm always that sort of like somebody really clever would say, oh, you needed to bridge it with this, and then you bridge it with that, and then you convert it to this.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll need a bit of this fuel to convert it into that. And before I know it, I just glaze over. And it's like going into a maze. And then they go, oh.
This meeting is being recorded.
Oh, it's shut down at the moment. That one's been recorded. So I don't know. But I have to laugh because, I don't want to boohoo crypto because I know a lot of people are clever and passionate about it, and I get it. It's like saying you're not against religion, but there's no way I'll be going to another church. You have to bury me and go in a coffin, the same. But, people have beliefs and higher powers and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. I don't know. So, if you want to throw crypto at me, but I tell you, there is something that I do like, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't have any crypto to throw at you. I have a buddy that does crypto. One of my mods is into crypto. I don't tell people not to do it, where I'm like, don't you do it or else you can't hang out with me or anything like that. But I'm just like, I'm not really interested. I'm good, you know?
How's your screen looking?
My screen?
Is it dirty?
No.
Oh, I'll clean it anyway.
I just cleaned it today.
Oh, sorry. It's like when you go to the lights and the guy wants to clean your window screen when you've just cleaned your car, and you go, get away from my car. My car's clean. Anyway, I always say if people subscribe. Coffee. I do drink coffee, though. So if people want to support us in coffees, do you buy me a cup of coffees? Do you have an account?
They don't have it here in Canada, so I do PayPal. That's really it.
Oh, really? Buy me coffee.
And I'm like you do.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah, I'm in Canada.
This meeting
we don't
is
have that. We don't have
being
Cash
recorded.
App.
Oh, right. So, I see. So they've locked it all down. So you can't accept it in US dollars?
Well, you can on PayPal.
Oh, right.
And then it converts.
Yeah, it's just buy me a cup of coffee. I can publish blogs. I can provide services. Yeah, that's a shame. So Canada screws down all that. That's probably why Canadians are such lovely people, because they... when I went to Canada, I walked across the bridge when I was going into Niagara, and I went through customs. They said, welcome, have a great time. And you from New Zealand? And I went, yeah. And they said, oh, you enjoy the country, have a good time. And I'm going, that's so nice. And then I went from Canada back into America. And it was like, oh my God, how long are you here for? What's the push? Guns pushing into me, big in my face. And it was like I was being gaslighted by Megan. And I'm going, oh my goodness, it's so different. And I always said from that day forward, Canada is like a bigger version of New Zealand. Lovely people.
One of my friends was traveling. They lived in the US and they were going out to Europe. And they were talking to friends who had just come back from Europe. And they were like, when you go there, don't tell them that you're from the U.S. Tell them you're from Canada, and they'll treat you a lot nicer.
Yeah, that's right. Bob just said in the chat room he accidentally went to Canada once, and I reckon Bob lives in Canada. He's just using it as a diversion. It's not going to work, Bob. We don't know where Bob lives. We don't know how many fingers. We do know he's got shoes because we've seen him walking once. But he's like mystery man. It's really funny. All right, I've got 140 tabs open now.
Okay, I'll be right back. I have to run for a second.
You didn't get scared on me, did you? It does happen.
I'm just going to walk away and then come back.
Walk away. That's what you need to do sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're going to just go through these and see if there's any other meeting. I wasn't meant to be live, but then I saw that meeting earlier on with the Super Saver people, and I thought, well, what the heck, let's have a look at this. And then, obviously, we've got Queen of Karma on the stage, which is lovely. Unable to join the meeting. So this is how we deter people. Look at this. This meeting is inaccessible to Australia at this time. I'm in New Zealand, Noddy, but that's what some people do. They block out my country, unless I use a VPN. I haven't got time for that shit. Lots of dud meetings, so we should be... was that one there? Marcus, been removed. Oh, that's a goodie. So let's see if we can refresh that and see if Marcus is still online. Marcus removed us the other day as well, so I'm just going to open up a double browser and see whether we can get into Marcus. So Marcus, let's call it Marcus. What are we going to call it? Marcus iPad. Hold up. Marcus, Marco iPad. I just want to see if we can actually get in there in another session. I'll see if we can. Did I get it over there? Marcus. So now we've got him on over here, and we'll just see if he kicks us out, because that's always a bit of fun. But in the meantime, I'll keep trying to find another meeting that we can go into. Nope, got removed from that one as well. That's so funny, isn't it? So Marcos is running a secret P lab, and he doesn't want us to see it. That's the way I see it anyway. Iron Man, oh, he's a laugh. Here we go. Who we got here? Oh, this will be Ride B&B. And I'm not going to stay here and listen to this rubbish. I'm pretty sure it is Rain B&B. They had to rename themselves. So it'll be some charismatic thingy. I like going into the chat room. Rain B&B, direct messages only. So you can't spam the chat room. You can mute the meeting, which I'll do anyway. And you can turn your camera. You can't turn your camera on.
I like it when you spam.
You like it? Yeah, that's quite good. What did you counted the other day? 408. Oh, I got a good memory, haven't I?
408 messages, yeah.
Yeah, that was a crack up. I think 750 is my limit, but I literally get a cramped hand while I'm doing it, so it's really, really funny. This is Ride B&B. They had to rebrand themselves from Ride B&B to Rain B&B, use exactly the same looking logo, and they just carry on scamming. And then they say they've still got the community, but they ain't got the money. But don't let that deter you. And you go, okay. So it's just so many scams. More scams that you can poke a stick at, isn't it? Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's Talk Fusion. Talk about.
Yeah.
Talk Fusion.
What I do with Talk Fusion, I'm going to shut that one down, because I think he will be online at 2 maybe, if we're still around.
All right, let's shut it down.
Yeah. So what?
Who runs their website? Do we know?
No, but look, how can I explain this? What we do is we have all the names of all the people that were in their meeting. So they have to let people in, and they only have 20 people. So we grab a name.
Really?
Yeah, they only have 20 people in their meeting. So I just grab a name of somebody who was in the meeting the other day, that one there, and now when they administer them into the room, they don't know whether it's the real person, and they don't allow people to have their cameras on. I know. And then that's how we stay in the meeting. So, but if I go in there with the same name as yesterday, I'm sure they're trying to figure it out. Oh, Susie, what have you got for us? Susie does this to me. It freaks me out. She finds these little gems. So welcome. Oh, Susie, you're a crack up. This is a funny one. I don't know anything about this one, but it's called Moon. Is it Bullish Moon? So let's have a quick listen to this. This must have
Randy
gone live
called you?
12 days ago. Oh, I see. Don't know him.
This guy does his videos like Randy. It's like you're looking up at him.
Bullish Moon soft launch call. We're supposed to launch on the 1st. As you know, we weren't quite ready. We did not want to go into this not quite ready. So that's why we have not done.
They didn't want to go into what? It's this bullshit. I mean, you can't make this shit up. I'm just going to search for Bullish Moon, because I think I did actually find their website the other day. There it is. So this is the.
Did you see Andre Russell's video?
No. Should I? I've got to do an expose on this, because obviously Susie's been watching this. No, I haven't. I do know the name, but it doesn't ring a bell. I'll just have to.
From Vibe.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, did you see my video, my photo album? I did. I can't put it on YouTube, but we went through the father's funerals. The father that died has an online memorial where people can upload photos. So everyone's uploaded all the photos they knew of him. So I thought it would be a nice idea for me to put all those into a family photo album slideshow, and I've published it on Rumble. But I didn't feel ethical enough to actually put those photos on my YouTube channel, because I didn't really want to lynch people. But anyway, so there's a video floating around the internet showing all Megan's father's photos, and Megan when she was growing up and when she got her diploma and all that sort of stuff. And then I sent it to Megan as well, as sort of saying, here you go. So I didn't want to be too bad, but sometimes you sit there and you just feel like something's pushing it a little bit too fair. But what are we going to do here? Bullshit Moon. I want to start gathering a knowledge base on what do you know so far. Okay, so that's how I'd start off a bit of research about a opportunity, and then it will go away and find out about this company. It's found their website, and it says
bullishmoon.com is an educational platform designed to help individuals build wealth through cryptocurrency investing. The site offers a structured course covering essential topics such as blockchain technology, tokenomics, Web3 projects, and digital asset security. Its primary goal is to equip users with the knowledge and strategies needed to create a cryptocurrency portfolio that outperforms traditional investments. Bullishmoon.com +1. Bullishmoon.com +1.
Well, that's completely different than anything else I've heard before. How about you? It's like same shit, different day sort of stuff. So we'll keep an eye on that, Susie. But obviously, I've got to do an article about that. We will subscribe to his channel, and we will bookmate. Bookmate. Is that a word?
This guy looks like a nightmare.
Oh, sometimes you just go down rabbit hole after rabbit hole. I'm up to 2 o'clock in the morning doing these bloody videos on these Ponzi schemes, and then 3 weeks later they're out of business. I mean, look at these stupid comments you get from people. Let's go. Fire. So excited. Thank you. I'm not doing that.
No. You have to read that one properly, Danny. That one is fire, fire.
So welcome everyone.
Hold on. To it. Let's go back. Here we go. Okay, ready. I won't click away accidentally now. Right, you go. You read them.
This is super exciting. Let's go. Fire, fire, fire. So excited. Thank you. Send an Academy fee brand. I definitely want to be in the top spot too. Lol.
Oh, this is great. Oh, you've got the voice. She's got the voice. So that's 6 comments, which I've looked at these comments style before. And if you
that's not many.
If you click on those people, you will find that person probably has only been on here for a week. Oh, look at that. Joined April the 12th, 2025. So that's fake subscribers, fake thingies. So that lady there who looks like she's, I don't know, 34 years of age, give or take, has just discovered YouTube a few days ago, and now she's posting comments under a scam like it's going to change her life.
All right, so welcome everyone.
Right, so you can probably guarantee that's got nearly 1,000 views. Why does this shit get 1,000 views? And that my ones, you know what it's like, you get 200 or 300 and you're quite happy. But now these shit videos get 12, I reckon they're all inflated. So if we went to that YouTube channel and have a look, launches tomorrow. Susie is excited. Oh my God. So this says it all. So my crypto vet is a YouTuber, and they've been promoting MoveQuest. So all of a sudden, they're changing flavors, and they're going to start promoting the next new dirty rag that's on the thing. And it just goes on and on. So I need to actually document this guy. So I can destroy, oh my God, look at this. Neolife. They're all the same. I mean, they just, let's go down here. So we've got TradingView. That's another one I've heard of. We can guarantee that this guy will promote anything. But is that something Minute Trader?
I don't know that one.
No. Some of them are kitty cat. Oh.
Yeah, like the cat one. I don't know
Ultron.
that one.
So we did a video yesterday on Ultron. I think I've even got a screenshot of it still laying around my office. Because we found, oh my God, what have we just done?
I'm sure your thumbnail's better than his.
Well, I'm learning to use, so that's funny. I'm just seeing if I can find
Larry Lane. Oh, Larry Lane.
Oh, Larry Lane. Oh, here we go. So this is what we found yesterday. That there is Ultron. This is going to start up in a day or two. And if you go back to the scam that we just showed you, this guy was promoting Ultron 2 years ago.
This guy looks like he was promoting whatever was it in the moment.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
It's like there's like 30 scams here.
And it's that Steve Colwell guy. He said he was just documenting his journey and he wasn't trying to recruit anyone. And I said, well, what's with all the affiliate IDs under your videos in, lad? Crazy mofos. So same with this guy.
What do you mean you're not trying to recruit anyone? Yes, you are.
Yeah. So we go here and sure enough.
The whole point.
So let's so here Crypto Flash. We've got all his details here, email, and there he is. Let's have a wee listen to him.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Mr. Crypto Vet coming at you with a video.
He's telling people to file a complaint.
It looks like a tadpole. Just saying that. Anyway, so we're going to go after Mr. Crypto Vet. We'll do a whole article on him. We'll ruin him because he shouldn't be promoting things he doesn't know about. We will put him in the list of Ponzi schemers to do. What was that?
Hurts my neck.
You twist your neck. Are you okay?
Well, I was trying to sit like him, and he seems to be like putting his head out like this. It's very weird, and I'm like
tadpole, like a tadpole. That's good. I like it. Okay, so we've got we'll come back to him, but we better shut down that window. Get rid of that one. So, okay, Bullish Moon. Now, why is Susie so excited about Bullish Moon? Because you've been talking about it for a wee while. She must have been following it. I wish we had a new scam that didn't have a history, because that would be the ultimate, really. We need something that we haven't seen before, that we don't know the people behind, like a whole brand new series of scams.
We might have been on here for too long, Danny.
Yeah, I know.
We've been doing this for like 6 years. I think we've seen most of them.
I reckon, honestly, if I went to websites, let's go to Millernote. And Millernote's my database.
And I read a lot of behind MLM, and I read a lot of sleuth websites. So, like, even if I haven't covered it, I've probably read about it or heard about it. I only don't know a lot of these, like, because there's a lot of new ones that, like, pop up, and then they're only there for, like, 3 months, and then they disappear. And sometimes I miss those ones because it's like they're like never around for long enough.
These are Canadians that we've tracked. So Carl Harvenstein. We went into a Zoom meeting the other day, and I was in the waiting room. I was already broadcasting his meeting, and we went into his waiting room, and he goes, "Shut down the meeting. There's somebody in the waiting room. We can't have this meeting. We'll re-adjourn tomorrow." And we haven't seen him since. But we mortified this guy once. And he's a Canadian.
Send me all your Canadian people. I'll see what I can find being in Canada.
Well,
sometimes I can find information, and I send my friend in the U.S. stuff about people in the U.S. Because, like, when you search from your country, it always brings up your country's stuff first.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's just use Carl. I'll show what we do with Carl. So this is his history. We've got all his phone numbers, videos I've got him in. Normally I have a backstory that's interesting, or we have, sometimes I don't, like his known associates, the people that he's been scamming with, other project that he's been in. So we try to, if we go to, some of these are old databases I haven't looked at for a while, but the new database is more exciting. So if we go to a new profile, and let's say I wanted to start researching someone else, I have a secret area here where I can put their phone numbers and stuff that I can't display on YouTube.
It's because it's related to IT Academy.
What?
The Bullish Moon.
IT Academy.
And its base is MoveQuest.
Oh,
Susie says.
Of course it is. Then why didn't Danny pick up on that?
That makes sense. I understand now. So it's a chain.
Yeah.
We're following these people from which that Academy one was really annoying too.
That's sick.
There's a few of them, by the way. There's that one. There was another one called I Am Academy.
I Am Academy. Every scammer come from I Am Academy. Every single scammer seems to have been through.
There was another one too, right at the same time. I can't remember it right now though.
You're losing the edge.
LC Academy or something. I don't know. There was like 5 ones that popped up around the same time, and they were all academies. And I was like, "What is going on?"
So that explains that. So this has got Lynette. We've had Lynette on the show before. She's come in here and told us she's a lovely lady and she's not a scammer. She's just trying to help people. And then we've got people coming up with her crypto wallets.
The problem is that there are a lot of people that are more victims than perps. And they might be serially going from thing to thing to thing, but they might actually just be a victim that is trying to help people.
No, not
so
these people.
Usually I try to concentrate on like the main people that are at the top, so the people that run it.
Yeah.
The main people that promote it. So if it's someone that's on a lot of the lives and they're promoting it and they're signing up other people very actively, then you have to kind of go, okay, are they doing this because they know it's a scam and they're trying to make money? Or is it just their friends and family because they want to help people? And then I try to figure it out. Like there's even some people in on passive that show up on some of the webinars that I don't really go after because I know that they are actually believers.
Yep.
Scammers, they're more victims.
Yeah, I go after anyone I see recruiting as a rule.
Yeah.
You know, and I will let people redeem themselves if I get it wrong. So if I say that you're a victim, like I've got a name and shame list. And in that name and shame list, I tell people if you can prove that you were just in the audience researching. But if I search their name in my database, then often I'll find that they were in multiple meetings or multiple scams. And then I go, oh, I see that you used to be in part of Hyperverse or VidiLook, and you're still in that mix of people. Yes.
I know that one too, I think.
We've got somebody else on the stage here. Is that you, Bob? Now I'm just going to log into all these meetings. Megan and Regan, they might be starting soon today. Are they already been?
I don't think they're starting anymore, dude.
Are they? I think they've given up. They must hate me. I mean, I don't.
No,
like
Andre Russell released a video. I'm going to stream about it tomorrow.
Okay, I enjoy.
So
I
if
do
you want
watch
to come
your content
on tomorrow when I'm streaming.
Yeah. No. Tomorrow. What am I doing tomorrow? I think I do have something on Fridays. I think I'm pretty good on Fridays. Something I do on a Friday. I go running tonight. Yeah, but no, it's cool. So when you stream, like I had to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. You're normally still streaming at 7, my 7. So how long ago? Like what time is it now where you are?
Where I'm at, it's almost 10 p.m.
Right. So we are 4 hours apart. And you do your shows when? In the morning? 12 o'clock?
I usually do my shows in my later afternoon.
Right. Okay. And that's
so
quite
it'll be probably around 3 or 4 p.m. my time.
Yeah. Well, we should tee up one and do a proper one and have a bit of a blast. It would be good if you were getting your teeth into something new. I'm impressed with your editing skills. I watched that one you did this morning, and you had that lady on there, and you said this looks like such and such, but it's not such and such. And then you have all the intros and the outros, and you obviously you're quite good at editing. What do you use? Adobe? To edit?
Nope, I just use Canva, and my system came with a movie editor. I don't know what.
I know you're very good at it because Canva doesn't let you do too much.
What it is, it's just called movie player editor or something.
Yeah, so we went to you, Avengers,
and I use a lot of Canva.
Spooky Chicken. Yeah, I love Canva for shorts. But this is the one I was talking about.
Yeah, I use Canva for a lot of my slides too on my videos. For slides and whatnot.
We have a pleasure deficit disorder.
Well, this one got me. One taste orgasm, including cult exposed. Now, no one would really get away with a title like that, but...
in this country. I think that there is a cure, and that cure is female orgasm.
Could cold read people with such...
Oh, it's got music, so I'll pause it every now and again so I don't get pulled up.
...accuracy that it could change your life. It went from utopia to...
So what is that? I'll just get past that music. I'll wait until you start talking. I think you're coming about there.
It's a multi-level marketing company founded in 2004 by Nicole Dedone, promoting a practice called orgasmic meditation, OM. OM involves a 15-minute partnered session where one person gently strokes the other's clitoris, aiming to combine sexual stimulation with
right on, man. You don't mince your words, but that's a good one. Okay.
Mindfulness to achieve. No, do you know what? I've stopped censoring myself.
Yeah. But people
I
go
have
to this
decided that if I'm talking about topics, if I'm talking about topics like this, I'm not doing it justice if I'm not using the real words. Like if I had replaced that word with something silly, like rubbing her button or something, it kind of takes away the severity of what's going on.
Oh, I'm much
it's
the
like,
same.
this is
I mean,
a cult.
Yeah, we don't get
It had
done
a
for our words, so do we?
compound, and it was doing human sex trafficking.
Oh my God. And look at the words on the back. Truth
I'm
is
using
freedom.
the real words, you know?
Yeah. I mean, this is the real world we live in. It's the human trafficking stuff really gets me, and people working under duress, people getting tortured and all this sort of stuff happens every day. And here we are pushing, YouTube polices what we say and how we say it and how we present and who we accuse things of. But in the real world, people are getting tortured, killed, permanently maimed and scarred. And the first world countries are trying to make money out of them. And it's just a stupid monster. And put cult and religion, all that and that sort of stuff. I mean, let's get real. I mean, why do we have to beat around the bush? I'm 100% involved in that, But I mean, I think it's good that your angle. I mean, I'm obviously been brought up in a cult. People think I have a chip on my shoulder because of it, but it's made me stronger in who I am, and I'm proud of what I've been through. I'm more empathetic.
Do they say that Leah Remini has a chip on her shoulder?
I don't even know who she is.
She is someone that left Scientology.
Oh, right. Yep.
Or like Jenna Miscavige.
They call them strong people.
David Miscavige's niece, who also left Scientology and has dedicated her life to speaking out about it. Written books.
Yeah. I sent you that link to my video just this morning, actually, because I don't know if you've heard my whole story. But, I'm one of the top people in New Zealand that the Jehovah's Witness organisation would probably monitor or fear if I was at a conference with them, because I speak out and I don't hold back. And I know what I can and can't say, and I know, but I'm that guy that will chase them off the street corner, and to the point where they call the police, and I will tell the police that I have every right to sit here and say whatever I like, because they are doing the same thing on the street corners. And I'm not not violent. I'm not threatening. I'm just telling them that I'll walk up and down the street and say that this organisation fiddles with kids, lock up your children because they're in your neighbourhood. And last time they tried to regroup 3 times, and I was riding around my neighbourhood on my scooter, finding them and shooing them off the street. The last time I videoed it for a bit of hoot. And, but people think I'm a nutter. I don't care, because I know the detrimental effects they had even on my life. My sister died by suicide because she couldn't live up to the expectation of that organisation. My stepfather did the same thing. But, my stepfather was 36 years of age. My sister was 11 years, no, she wasn't, I was. No, she was 11 years of age when he died by suicide. She waited until she was 36 years of age, the same age, and took her life on the same day he did it. Now, that means she lived for 25 years thinking about what her stepfather did, and it finally pushed her over the edge. She planned it, rehearsed it. And we spent 20 years of our life trying to help her life. And I remember when she died, I said to my mum, who doesn't speak to me because she's in the religion, she only used to ring me up when my sister was doing really bad stuff to herself. And I rang my mum up a week after my sister died and said, we don't have anything to talk about anymore, Mum, do we? Because we don't have any common interest. It was all about trying to save my sister from her. And, this is just one family, one story. And then I've had
No, it's
mates.
not. It's
not,
though.
You're right,
Your story is not just one family and one story. Your
I've got
story
10 mates
is
who've done the
actually
same thing.
very similar to thousands of stories.
They used to use this illustration. If you cook a cake in a cake tin that has a dent in it, every cake will come out with that dent in it. And I've talked to,
Have you sought out the community on here at all that speaks out about Jehovah's Witness? Because there's quite a strong one.
Well, would you believe that same community didn't want me at this decult conference in Christchurch, and they complained to the decult organisers that Danny de Hek, they didn't want him there, and because they didn't want, I don't know, they thought, I don't know what they thought, but then they announced me as a speaker at this conference, had me interviewed by a prominent news person, and then 2 weeks before the conference started, they decided to tell me they didn't want me to speak and they didn't want to give me any reason. And I said, who? And then I finished up recording the whole meeting and asked them to have a meeting with the committee. And it was a long story, but they still didn't tell me. But then I thought, well, stuff you guys. So I put my video on the internet, exposed the whole organisation behind it that was meant to be exposing cults. and that was, and then I thought, here's the ex-Jehovah's Witness community who's meant to be looking after people who have come out of cults. And I'm an independent. I don't belong to any organisation.
There's a lot of people, though, that are independent on here. They're not affiliated with any community, but they've built their own community like you have here with the Avengers.
Yeah.
And they speak out about Jehovah's Witnesses. I would maybe look into some of those areas.
I think it's good. I think people need to talk. I mean, I the conversations I get privy to on a daily basis, I'm 100% sure you're the same. I mean, you'll get an email in your inbox and you go, oh my goodness, how can I help this person? Or, and I've got some great advice I can give people who have, basically people come to me who don't want to live anymore. And how do you handle that? And how do you process that yourself? How do you actually give constructive criticism perhaps? And then you're not qualified to do so, but then you can march them off to a doctor and they give them some pills. Or you could break it down and go, hey, it's okay to be a bit fucked up. Because, you've got to process this shit. And if you don't talk about it, then that's the worst thing. But if you can, I reckon this has given me a way to express and talk about my life and what I've done. I mean, my mother, who's 81 years of age, had my nephew take me to court because she wanted to get a protection order because she was afraid that she didn't have the right to exercise her freedom of religion. Oh, now have you got that going now, Bob? Bob, if you're going to reshare that screen. So Carl Harvenstein's live at the moment. Have you got the link, Bob? I'll broadcast it.
Someone dropped the link.
Yeah, no, that's so it gives me an avenue to talk, and I sort of say to other people who watch and who might have a story to tell, YouTube is a great way to do that. And even if you're just talking to yourself, it's still great therapy. And I've gone crazy now, and I don't have any fear. I don't think you have any fear about it all. And I could tell you some hard stories to make you feel sorry for me, but I don't. That's not what I'm doing this for.
If cults are tracking people, I have like 7 of them tracking me right now. So.
Yeah. What's it? If you're not being talked about,
now's not the time to get scared.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's great. I'll see if I can find Carl because that's funny. Oh, so that was Carl. How can you broadcast that, Bob? Well, I didn't realise Carl was the guy that's kicked me out of the room. So that's funny. So Carl was. Oh, I have to go back to Carl's room. Harvenstein. He's the one that when I was in the waiting room, he closed the meeting down because he was so scared I was going to go in there and get him, like it's going to drag him out of the computer.
This meeting is being recorded.
Oh,
Randy.
Oh, here we go.
Randy.
Oh, they're just getting in there. They're not even started yet.
Beautiful wife.
19 people. Oh, this is going to be fun. Right, we'll just get another connection in here. You've been removed.
I love Randy. Randy's my favorite people.
Have you seen him in his basement costume? Right, I'll just go get some.
He's always on his
I'm sorry, that video will come in just 1 second. Please be patient.
Here we go. We'll go in there again. Marcus removed me. Operation. Hold it. We'll just get.
There?
So that's you've been removed. Hold it. What's happened? Randy. Oh, do we have to listen to this? I'm just going to turn the sound off. Oh, my goodness.
This meeting is being recorded.
Mute. All right, so we'll just put this on another browser.
Doing an intro.
Yeah, I know. You've got to have one of those. Now, there's so many. If you're thinking about this opportunity here, this is the dumbest one ever. If you know anything about email systems and service, being able to send somebody
it's the best
HTML,
one ever. What do you mean?
It's what?
They're selling an email. That is amazing.
It just gets better and better. But I mean, the whole system doesn't even, because then I said in my videos that
I didn't believe Danny. Danny said the product is the email, and I said No, it's not, Danny. You're shitting me. And he said, no, that's literally what it is. I thought he was.
When I think myself of this service, and I think back over my life and my career, I contemplate a couple of moments when this service would have been of inordinate value to me. There was a time when I had a dream, and that dream was to become a stockbroker. And I became a stockbroker and was ultimately hired by what was at the time widely considered to be the best financial services firm in the world. It was Merrill Lynch. No. I remember the great joy that I had when I got that job. But then on the flight back home, I had this horrible moment of clarity that every single account that I wanted was already being managed by someone else. There were no investors that had a few $1 million sitting in a mattress waiting for a broker to call. Their money was already invested. They already had broker A, they probably had broker B, and they might have had broker C. And here I was, knowing less than each of those. By definition, I was a brand new trainee. I didn't have the knowledge and the skill that the other brokers had, and I didn't have the relationship with the investor. I had to find a way to stand out. This will be good. Doug, I'll tell you how I found a way to stand out. All those years ago, you're the kind of guy who likewise could have stood out.
Okay, I'm just going to do a wee intro. Hello, everyone. I'm Danny de Hek, a.k.a. the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. We've just stumbled into another Randy meeting. If you've heard about email, forget about email, mate. We've now got video email. And you're going to learn all about how wonderful video email is going to be in your life. Are you ready for an experience of a lifetime? I have got Karma, Queen of Karma, with me, and she's going to help me debunk the story about Randy and his history. Okay, now we're
Today I would have three people who said, sure, let's talk. That was agonizing. It was no fun. And what I found was that if the person happened...
I'm actually... I'll just go back into that.
I might have made 100 dials to get 3 appointments to meet with a person who had $50 they wanted to invest.
Right, we're trying to
that was entirely possible.
As we
and so along the way, Doug, I found that I had to do something better than that.
Disruption.
And I had to find a way to let me shine through, because I wasn't shining through on the phone. And that's what it means to become video branded. It's to stand out. You're the catalyst ingredient in your world, in your life, in your business. I was the catalyst ingredient, but it didn't stand out when all I said was, hi, Miss Walker, it's Randy Schroeder calling from Merrill Lynch. The way that I found that I could stand out was a way that required a whole lot of willingness. And I will tell you right now, in this project, the single biggest determining factor that will create sure success is willingness to act on a few things that to work. Well, my willingness was to do what? My willingness was to, first of all, recognize that just calling Mrs. Smith
my username is going to be
I wanted to talk to an investor who, if they said yes to me, they would open a meaningful account. So I had to put some filters on it. It couldn't just be Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Smith. So what was the filter? Well, the filter was very simple. All I had to do was pull up any building and look at the parking lot.
This meeting is being recorded.
It said CEO. And what was the name? CEO. Then
this meeting is being recorded.
You know what? It was easy. It was difficult. Walking to the office day after day. Walking to the office to see Mr. So secretary. And then I say to the secretary, I'm here to see Mr. Jennings. And no, I do not have an appointment. I'm calling from Merrill Lynch. I need 90 seconds. And he'd look at me in the eye and shake his hand. And you know what? 3 out of 4 times, the secretary would say, I'm sorry, Mr. So-and-so is not here, or Mr. So-and-so is busy, or just, I'm sorry, I cannot do that without an appointment. And I would then have to walk the shame back out. But about 1/4 of the time, the assistant said, okay. And she introduced me to the person who was the control person. Then I got a chance for the catalyst ingredient to show up. That's what we're wanting to do. We're hoping to make you realize that you are the catalyst ingredient and to package and present you such that you will be referred to, you'll be thought of as the preferred provider, and that you'll actually be compensated ultimately as a premium provider of whatever service you provide in your life and in your business. And so I shake the hand and say, Mr. So-and-so, I'm Randy Schroeder.
I'm going to turn my camera on.
I know that it's highly...
Are you ready?
Unusual.
All right, here we go.
Walk in and simply ask to look you in the eye and shake your hand. Camera. You know that I'd like a chance to compete with for your business. Is there some time when it's appropriate for us to schedule 30 or 40 minutes? So for me to describe what I might be able to help you with at Merrill Lynch. Now you see, that worked for me. That was agonizing. It was difficult. Sometimes I would drive an hour through traffic for a 90-second appointment and drive an hour back, having had that one 90-second appointment, the sum total of it. What I found was that what I needed to do very badly was separate myself from all of these other people. Hold on 1 second. I want to remove this gentleman because he's not really a gentleman. There we go. Okay. So what I found I had to do was separate myself. As this gentleman just said, separated himself, he proved himself to be a single,
he doesn't even know me.
knowledgeable and sophisticated person I've bumped into in recent memory. Nevertheless, I always thought that what I needed to do was separate myself. I found a way to separate myself by walking in. That was agonizing. That was painful. I believe that I can help each one of you separate yourself from other people who do things similar to you, simply by showing you how to become video branded. And Samantha, please play the second video so we can illustrate to people what we're referring to.
Okay, second video. Here we go. You watch this. So I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is he's gonna find us. Oh, they're removing me like flies. They've removed me again. So this is the she's too busy removing me from the meetings. Okay, so Randy.
Yeah, he's not talking.
Yeah.
Yes, sweetie. I just removed that guy again.
Oh, did you?
And so now I am sharing the video, but I had to remove and report him first because it won't just let me play the video with that going on.
Report you for what?
Yeah.
You didn't do anything.
You guys
waved.
Look at that. Finger.
On the finger.
Yeah. I'll get rid of the mute. Turn the sound off. I've been removed. They really think that they must be mental. They know I'm streaming live. Actually, can I go into the chat room? Where's Bob? Get in here, mate. Bob. Oh, yeah, Bob's in there. So Bob will start drawing over their screen in a minute. That's quite fun. We won't play the music because I don't like music. Do you like music in your videos? It's like
their music? No.
No, yeah. Right, so let's see if I can get back in there. I'll slowly see if I can get my way back in the meetings so I can have a backup browsers because I don't want to use up all my browsers. We've got 7 connections in their meeting.
Moving.
I know.
Randy's doing this just the whole time.
Well, she said, do I pick on people with Parkinson's? And I said, if they're promoting a scam, I will. But I said what you said. He's probably doing cocaine.
Does he have Parkinson's?
Well, I don't know. She didn't say. So I'm going, but like.
Because my mom has Parkinson's, and that's not what it looks like.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get in here using an iPad. She'll be watching
Folks,
me
to
now.
pose the question there, are you ready to ride the wave? I'd like to reframe that question just a little bit.
Wave?
If you ride a wave that has been created by someone else,
also,
that's an opportunity to generate income.
Doesn't mean that you can go around
Doug
scamming
and Ray
people.
and Ellie and Jeff and Harlequin and Tammy and all the rest, if I could call you each by name. What I propose to you all is that as opposed to riding a wave created by someone else, I propose that we create a leadership structure. And that leadership structure creates a wave that other people ride for the coming decade and beyond.
We'll see.
That is the way that one creates wealth. One does not create wealth by riding a wave created by another. One creates wealth by creating a wave that others ride. One creates wealth by not just creating a wave that others ride, but by creating a wave that is in deep enough water that wave after wave after wave can come to shore. Si, if you want to have a big wave come to shore, you have to have deep water. Big waves cannot arrive in shallow
deep water. That's like that lady that
another way that I expressed this. You can't float a big boat in shallow water. If we want to build a big business, we have to be operating in a market where there's an enormous demand for the product or service that the company offers. And so we can contemplate and consider that. What exactly is the product or service that is being described here?
I'm going to
product or service once again is an opportunity to separate yourself from others. It is to cause you to become reviewed and thought of as a premium brand. And let me describe just a little bit more of what I'm saying when I describe that. I'm introducing you to video email, video communication in the digital world. These unique links that we create can be properly utilized on any digital platform, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is. So I'm welcoming you to video communication in the digital world.
The funny thing is,
you to the opportunity to separate yourself from others who may offer a similar product or service, and welcoming you to an opportunity to, in fact, get compensated as a premium brand.
Oh, not the whiteboard.
Here's my little examples that I like to use. I just came back to my grocery store, and at the grocery store, I went and guess what I bought? I went to the grocery store to buy vanilla wafers, not to use as a prop, but because I happen to like vanilla wafers. But I'm always fascinated by this.
He would have bought more if somebody emailed him about vanilla wafers.
And this box, it has 11 ounces, 311 grams, and it costs $6.59. That is the price that this box demands in the marketplace.
This comes from
immediately next door to it. I mean, immediately next door, the next box on the shelf.
Oh, he bought all the boxes and thought I'll use them in my demo today.
Vanilla wafer.
There's a reason why he's only got 20 people in the Zoom.
11 ounces. It also has 311 grams. I dumped the 2 boxes out. They have the same number of cookies. And, they have the exact same ingredient on the ingredient profile.
One's email,
but
one's video email.
This one costs $3.50. This one's $6.59. The product inside
For
the two
free.
boxes is the exact same. Very much like the service that another broker could offer at E.F. Hutton was the exact same as the service that I could offer at Merrill Lynch.
This is marketing 101. You can't pay for this.
I had the same service. These two cookies are the same. This one's worth $6.59. This one's worth $3.50. What's the difference? This is branded. This is generic. So now let me ask you a simple question. Are you branded right now? Your first response might be, well, no.
I don't
but in
want
fact,
anyone to brand
you are
me.
branded.
That doesn't
Jeff
sound
Beavers is
good. I'm
branded.
not
His brand is he shows up and he wears a tie. That's his brand. When people think of Jeff, I can almost promise you that that's one of the thoughts that come to mind. He has a brand.
I want to ring him again.
We all have a brand. The question is the brand the one that you want to have? And if is it not, then what could you do to change that brand?
Yeah, I've got
it's really difficult because people have deeply rooted in their minds who you are, what you do, how you behave. That's deeply rooted. It is centered when they think of you. It takes something quite remarkable to shift that view. And so again, I ask you this question: are you currently being compensated as a premium brand, or are you being compensated as a generic? The answer is you are being compensated as a generic unless you have consciously branded yourself such that you would be otherwise compensated.
Jesus,
and remember that brands, they're hard to erase from people's minds.
Hello.
You realize that Nilla Vanilla Wafers Nabisco has not run an ad for Nilla Vanilla Wafers in 50 years, and yet we all know the brand. So I say this, I want to be encouraging, not discouraging, but I want you to know the truth. You already have a brand. People have a thought when your name comes to mind. You already have one right now. If we're going to change the brand, remember, this brand is sticky. People think of this. I mean, it's been 50 years since an ad was run, and yet people still think this is worth $3 more than what is essentially the exact same thing in here. So yes, you have a brand. And unless it's a conscious, intentional brand, you are today being compensated as a generic. It is very, very difficult to change a brand once it's rooted. I mean, my gosh, folks, if I hold up this little bag.
I have a candle.
What is it? Well, that's Tiffany. See, there have been millions of dollars spent years ago to create the brand. No money spent in recent years to create the brand, but the brand is sticky. So it's important for all of us to realize that if the brand we currently have is not serving our purpose well, it will take something quite remarkable to change it. Welcome to Talk Fusion. I introduce you to, we as a company, as an organization, as a group, we introduce you to what? We introduce you to a premium branding possibility that is so overwhelmingly powerful that if your brand needs to be changed, we can do it, and we can do it almost in a heartbeat. We can do it very, very quickly.
Oh, I tuned off. I can't play with the screen now.
It's very important to point this part out. This is very simple and it's easy to use. Now, I speak to you coming from a varied background. Come on, Bob. For a period of time in my life. My interest was in attracting new clients into my business as a stockbroker.
Notice the
and so I wasn't building teams at that point in time. I was trying to attract investors so I could manage their portfolios. In that case, I didn't have to worry about ease of the application of any tool that I might select. By the way, over the course of my career, I've always been focused on the idea that having a tool talk is a better idea than having me talk. Why? Because a tool can talk 24 hours, 7 days a week. A tool can be talking to countless people all over the world in different geographic locations. A tool is magic. An individual, right now I'm limited. I'm talking to this group of people right here, right now, and I'm not talking to anyone else. I can't talk 24 hours a day. A tool is a more effective way to deliver a message if it has the capacity to cause a person to open their eyes, their ears, and their hearts to the possibility. If it has that capacity and in fact can be more effective at doing it than the individual. You say, well, how could it be more effective than the individual? Because every single thing that we do is teaching someone else what they must do. And so if I have to have the verbal skills, the communication skills, the personal confidence to contact you and to know what to say and what not to say so that you want to hear a message. If that requires my personal skill, then that skill can only be utilized once, twice, 3 times, 5 times per day. That's it. If, on the other hand, a tool can deliver that message for me, then there is no limitation. That's the first example that we have of utilizing positive leverage in our business. When I became involved in growing teams, then I had to be concerned about the idea that if the tool had any complexity to it, then people would spend their time tinkering with the tool as opposed to employing the tool in a revenue-producing way. This is the easiest thing you'll ever see. I'm hoping that 1 week from now, every one of you on this session, and that most people you know have got a Talk Fusion account. You'll find out, you log
again,
you
simply select the template that describes the situation, that recognizes, that celebrates, or that congratulates, or that offers condolences for the certain circumstance. Simply identify the template which describes the need.
We're trying to keep you entertained before you fall asleep. Listen to Randy.
Click on that.
Randy's
click record, click send, and boom, it is
his
done.
next
There is no
venture
chance
going to
of
be
the
how to
team you are
breathe.
trying to build if you're in an organization of some kind that builds teams. If you're getting paid for the productivity of other people, not just your own productivity, you can have confidence that there will be no avoidance behaviors. It's also really, really important to note that unique to any
It's really,
tool
really
that I have
important.
ever seen,
How to
in
make up
this
life
case, it
stories
becomes a virtual impossibility to separate business use
I remember
from
when I
personal
was
use.
13 years
And
of
by the
age,
way,
I talked to the
I
postman
do
about delivering
business
the mail,
with my friends,
and he said that
and I
he has a
become
bag and he
friends
keeps all
with
the
the
mail
people
in
I
the
do
bag, and
business
then he
with.
puts it in everyone's litter box.
And in fact, if you
until his
don't
bag is
become
empty.
friends with the people you do business with, then you can anticipate that one day they'll become friends with someone else who does what you do, and they will soon have that account instead of you. So I become friends with the people I do business with, and I do business with my
I'll
friends.
do business with you, Randy.
I think then that it's very logical that there would be a crossover almost immediately of personal business uses. I noticed that Sherman Unkefer, long time winner in the direct selling industry, happens to be on this session right now. I just imagine what would happen if I were to send to Mr. Unkefer a birthday greeting, and it came from Hallmark. Well, there's a certain outcome that I could expect. One outcome that I could expect was that sometime within about an hour of the time he received the card and opened it, then he would throw it away. That's one outcome I could expect. One outcome I could not expect would be for him to call me and say, "Oh my gosh, Randy, that was incredible. How did you get that Hallmark card, and how did you send it to me?" That's facetious. Of course, that would never happen. But I can absolutely imagine that as opposed to receiving that Hallmark greeting card in the mail, if instead Mr. Unkefer or Brian or Mark or Harlequin or Steve, on we go. If any of us, Mr. Robert, Mr. Robert, was to receive,
I've done this for 5 days with him.
And if that email came from Talk Fusion, it will not get held up in a spam filter. Why? Because over 1,000 ISPs, internet service providers,
You think I'm using too many sounds?
the Talk Fusion servers. So the first great news is that the message will not get hung up in spam. It will arrive in the inbox. And when it arrives in the inbox, we have been taught there are a handful of keywords, phrases that we can use to virtually assure that it will be open. Things like this: special video greeting, special video birthday greeting, special video portfolio report, and then the recipient's.
Funny thing is, he was. I mentioned about how this is flawed and it won't work, and the next video he did, he talked about how it won't be held up by spam filters and the like. It was so funny. So now he's got a cell phone.
There's no way to ensure that.
I'm going to ring him. While he's holding up his cell phone, we'll ring him and see if his phone lights up. Anyway, I'm ringing him now. Does it work?
His wife probably has that one again.
Oh, let's have a look. Show us the phone.
Find out what phone that is.
It looks like an Android. Here it is. Oh, it's turned on, but that was on before. Look at your phone.
He's not holding it up now.
Absent. Now instead, imagine you receive that birthday greeting, and when you open it, there is your friend Randy Schroeder. And when your friend Randy Schroeder shows up, then whether it's Thomas, Holly, or Jeff, or Ellie, whomever it is, then I say, you know, Thomas, I saw in my calendar that the day it was your birthday. And let me tell you that I reflect upon our experience over the last 2 years. And the truth is that if you were a guy that was going to crack under pressure,
hey, let's look at some other people.
If you were a guy who was going to get discouraged when things don't go exactly how you hoped, I would know that by now. What I know is that instead, you're a guy who establishes targets.
He's
and
like, I
you
really
just keep working until you hit them, and I respect that immensely. And I'm so grateful and happy for you and Holly that we are near the end of this odyssey, and that starting next week, you're going to start getting paid what you're worth. You're not just going to get paid what you've historically been paid.
I could get some tonight.
If you sit there, they must employ nodders, because that's what these people are doing. They might even be watching me. That'd be funny. Oh, here we go. Here's another nodder. Let's have a look at her.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's a Karen cut if I've ever seen one.
A carrot cut.
A Karen cut.
Oh, right, a Karen. Oh, right, Karen.
Oh my God, that is the Karen haircut.
She's some of them have like dream catchers in the background or plates on their walls. I've had that. That lady the other day had a plate on her wall. Australian lady. It's an Australian thing. Do Canadians have plates on their wall?
Yes.
That's the Canadian thing. Because we don't. Australians do it. Canadians do it. And old people do it.
Like, it's like a fancy art, like China. And they'll do like special designs on it. And then I have a couple that I used to hang.
Right. Well, don't do it again. It's not cool, okay? don't tell me, all right? It's a bit weird. Putting plates on the wall. Dream catchers.
I don't have mine up anymore. I took all that down. I had a kid.
Phew. Oh, yeah. They hang up. They pull on things. Yeah. Now, this guy, what do you think he's doing? Is he driving in the sunset in his truck? Or do you think he's
driving? He's driving with a green screen. Somehow he's probably, I think Zoom does the automatic green screen backgrounds.
Yeah, you can do it now. If you're using an iPhone, you can have, so I'm going to do.
Yeah, I think you can like upload a picture for it. You don't need a green screen anymore for that. So he's in the car and he's uploaded that picture. On Passive, they love the background thing.
Yeah.
So like they'll all pop up and they'll all have the exact same background for a live stream.
Oh, that's like the wee soldiers. Let's see if we can get this guy.
No, they literally like pre-planned it. It's crazy.
Oh, and they change it regularly, do they?
Every time, depending on the stream,
right.
yeah.
The theme of the day.
Yeah, the theme of the stream, or they have like a certain one for each of their shows.
This one here is quite funny, doesn't it? If you look at that speaker view, so this guy here, I mean, what do you think he really does for a job? I mean, look at that. He's an accountant.
You look like Mr. Magoo. I like him.
Yeah, but he's obviously
he's
taking
the guy
a moment
in
out.
Don't go in the hot air balloon, sir.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Let's see what else we've got. We'll take the pin off him.
It's Dr. Phil in 50 years.
I have to go back to the gallery. So, wait a minute, this lady. This lady here might be quite cool. Now, what's she doing? She's in a very suave house. Got the natural tan and wood going on. And she's like, oh, I don't know why I'm on the camera.
She just checked the clock and didn't look impressed at all. I might like her.
Yeah.
She just like looked at her clock like, oh God, how much longer of this do I have to sit?
But is she really engaged to this? This isn't. I wonder if these are all like AI people. Just don't know, do you?
No. I think they're real.
Should we find her? Tammy Watcher. Wonder if she's real. I'm going to find her. Let's go find it on LinkedIn and see if she's real.
I usually try Facebook and LinkedIn.
Well, if we find her, then sometimes there's a phone number, and then I just love ringing these people, watching their reactions with their phone rings. We had one lady who was ringing up for. I found her. She's even got her name is her.com. So have a look at this.
Yeah.
She's a real estate agent.
That a lot. She's probably another scam.
There she is.
Poor Tammy.
Oh, she's going to have a phone number.
Oh, she does real estate.
Oh, does she have a phone? Oh my God, we've got a phone number. Hold it. Excuse me.
Yeah, she does real estate.
Let's ring her up. I'll ring her up in a second. 314.
Unfortunately, I tell people don't put your number on the friggin' internet. And they don't listen to me.
They have no idea. Let's ring her up. This will be funny. Cut and paste. I'll just put it in the right place so I can get it out there. And we'll ring her up and see what happens.
Don't put your address, your number. I tell people not to sign on in their real names. And
this will be
all
funny.
these scammers tell people to come on YouTube and dox themselves. It's so freaky.
Here we go. I'll go hello. And then I'm going to send her. So I've got hello going on in the meeting. Now I'm going to send her the link. Oh, look, she's picking it up. Oh, you can't see her. Hold it, watch this. She's picking it up her phone. She's now reading it. And she's in Neo Life.
Come on, let us save you, Tammy. You're a real estate agent. You have a real job. You do not need this.
Yeah,
it's for an email. You probably have your own email with your website, girl.
I took a photo of her, and now I'm going to send her photo, and she's going to look at this and look up and go, "Oh my God!" So I've just sent her a screenshot of her own photo, and now
she's going to. This girl though, she at least has a job that isn't an MLM so far.
Yeah, I'm ringing her up. She's in Nemo Life.
That's a good sign.
She's been in Nemo Life. I've got her name already on my phone as Nemo Life. So I'm ringing her up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. I'll say, are you really into this with Randy? She's going to freak out. How crazy is that?
No.
Ooh, she's going to freak out.
I'm trying to help you.
Can we help you? You know Randy's full of shit, don't you? And you've just followed from one Ponzi scheme to another. She'll be going, oh my God, how's he getting my picture?
Hard.
Look at this, she's figuring it out. She's going, how does he get my picture on my phone? And why am I streaming on live on the internet? Tammy, we can help you. Randy's full of shit, mate. Mate, sorry. Look at Moy.
I apologize.
Oh. She's acting cool. We'll go back to Randy now, see what happens there. Let's see what we've got. Let's listen to Randy. Is he breathing?
Up until now, we've talked exclusively about utilizing this product to help people generate income in their chosen field. One of my favorite movies from years ago is Pretty Woman, and the gentleman walking down Rodeo Drive in the very first scene, the very ending scene, poses this question: what is your dream? Well, some people have a dream. If you have a dream to be a very successful real estate agent, then we'd like to help you realize that dream. If you have a dream to open a new private school,
I didn't know the meaning of the movie.
We'd like to help you do that. If you have a dream to open a dental practice,
we just got out of dental school, it was outrageous.
We can help you do that. If, on the other hand, you do what you do not because you love it, not because it's your dream, because it's what pays the bills. You know, you're one of those people who cannot wait until Friday 5 p.m. comes so you can go home and take a weekend. I'm happy to report that that's not been my experience for very many years. I work because I want to work. I work because I love what I do. I work because
he loves what he does.
Other people.
What does he
but what if that's
do?
not the way it is for you right now? Well, you can become a conduit to the use of this product by other people who do have a dream, and your dream can become working when you want, where you want, with whom you want, and if you want, because
can't wait to see what this lady does.
Conduit to a tool that helps other people accomplish their objectives, and you earn royalties.
Okay.
You fit in where it makes most sense to you.
Should we try and find,
irrespective of the way you intend to use the product, we will choose from one of the same three packages. The starter package is $175 one time. The elite package is $350 one time. The pro pack is $700 once. Each of them do have an ongoing monthly fee to continue to utilize the product and the service.
Okay.
And have access to the upgrades.
We'll see if we can
it's $20 per month, or $40 or $50, depending upon which pack.
Okay, here we go.
You select the package that is right for you. If your interests are primarily personal, the starter pack would be, in all likelihood, the most appropriate one. If you are in business, the pro pack is the most appropriate one. If there were no financial scarcity in the world. I know that for many people for whom the Pro Pack is the most appropriate because of the services available there, perhaps your current financial reality would make that inappropriate. I don't want a single person to ever spend money they cannot afford to spend because they're joining us in this project. I want to help people get out of financial scarcity. I never want to cause financial scarcity.
These guys are
you acquire the package that is right for you, starter, elite, or pro. The principal differences being in the number of recordable minutes on each video email that you create, the number of custom templates, the number of professionally designed, ready-to-use templates is the same in each three packages. So it's the number of custom designed template possibilities, the number of minutes one can record messages, the number of contacts to be uploaded into those servers. That's critically important because of the whitelisting. The ability to upload 10,000 contacts into a whitelisted server is of immeasurable worth, far more than that one-time fee. And the ability to private label. That's private labeling, meaning that you can put your own company's logo, even another direct selling company's logo, onto the product itself.
Scammers basically pay to have someone write an article about them. So if you're in an LM, for example, and you want to have a positive press, you can go to places like Business for Home. There's a whole bunch of them, and basically pay them to write a positive review for you. So does he work there?
Well, I don't
or did
know.
they interview him for this?
I was actually introduced to Talk Fusion about, back in 2011, 13 years ago.
Oh, yeah, no, this... Did you not know?
No. So he's taken
this
that long to
get for a while.
Well, that's like 13 years ago.
Yeah, what happened is they got in shit and they shut down and then they reopened.
I got a marketing email today from somebody on Loom, which is Loom, like Zoom with an L, and that was all about marketing my website, and it literally was video email. I'll show you because I put it in the Avenger chat.
Yeah, it exists. You can do it right now with Gmail even.
Well, look at this. So this is the guy's email to me, and down the bottom left-hand side, I can continue.
Yeah, you can do one back.
Yeah, well, this is, I've got something to log in. So if I go play.
Hey, Danny de Hek, it's Camille. Thanks for taking the time to watch the quick video. I've got your socials open here, and oh yeah, let me follow you real quick. There you go. I actually really...
So this is all done with AI, I reckon, but they look at your YouTube channel, sit here, they have a script. They give you an excuse why he wasn't on camera because he's having a bad hair day. And then at the end of the script, it pops up with his calendar and you can book him. And it was quite cleverly done.
Hold on, is it to help with your SEO?
I believe it's just a lead generation service that they've probably made automated, and they're probably going through everybody's YouTube channel, and they put you on here, and they might have somebody do it all, and it'll be a script, because otherwise the guy would have been. You don't use video email without putting yourself on video. But it was actually quite interesting.
The way we'll do it is basically by giving you all the system that we've used, so you can just plug it in and press play. And look, we know creators are super busy, but our system actually free up your time so that you can make even better content or just whatever you like enjoying to do. And like I said, if you don't see a result, you get all of your money back. So the risk is all on us. So yeah, I came across your stuff.
So the risk is all on us. I pay them up front, and if they don't deliver on what they say, he's going to refund me. So what? Right. And if you say that pretty good, it's like,
the way we'll do it is if you don't see a result, you get all of your money back. So the risk is all on us. So yeah, I came across your stuff, and I'm just
supposed to be though.
Well, he's claiming he can make me $15,000 a month from my YouTube channel. It will take 6 months to build it up, and then I book a
hold on, is he? So it is an SEO scam then.
I believe it's a scam, but it was really well done.
Yeah, SEO scam is when they basically like get a hold of you and they're like, I'll help you become a famous YouTuber. I know how you can like do proper thumbnails and you can write proper descriptions that's good for your SEO, and I'll make sure that your stuff goes viral and gets pushed out and all this bullshit. But then you have to pay them to do it, and it's like it's all just the same information that you would get in YouTube Studio for free.
Yeah, that's right. It's a pretty good scam. Hey,
like, that's all it is. Go watch that instead. It's free.
Oh, hold it. I just want to hear the
That is for me a tremendous breath of fresh air. So compensation plans in this industry have become increasingly complicated over the course of my career. This is the single easiest to explain and easiest to access comp plan I've ever seen. There are just 5 elements required for success. The first one is called direct sales bonus. How does direct sales bonus work? Whenever you are the conduit to someone else's use of the product. When a person acquires the starter pack, they make a $175 purchase, they get access to the product, to the service. You immediately receive a $50 direct sales bonus.
So Tammy's not
answering
me, but what I'm going to do,
that instant. 1 minute later, you can transfer it to your bank.
I'm going to update her
when
details.
They select
the name.
Elite pack, because that's appropriate for them, that number becomes 100 that you can immediately have on your debit card, or 1 minute later transfer to your bank. And with the professional pack, it is 700. Okay, that's the first or 200. That is the first compensation plan component. It is a transaction component. So you do the work, you get the deal done, you get paid, and it's over. Transaction component. You get paid one time for the work being done. There is no limit to how many times you can do that same thing. So you can receive direct sales bonus after direct sales bonus, but it is personal productivity, transaction-based, one-time compensation. The next compensation plan component is called team commissions. To understand team commissions, we have to go back up here. When one acquired these packages, something happened besides receiving these direct sales bonuses. What else happened? Well, 100 points went into the tree in the case of the starter pack. 200 points went into the tree in the case of the elite pack. And 400 points went into the tree in the professional pack. What
I'm going to send Tammy a message now.
Here we have the second way we make income. It is called team commissions. And so if Jeff were to communicate with Tammy, and Tammy decided for whatever reason, whether she's trying to grow a real estate business, a hair salon, a nail salon,
she is running a
fitness studio,
business,
an accounting practice, or she wants to be a conduit to other people's use of the product
so
for
I've just
royalty
sent Tammy
generation,
an
whatever it
message.
is, she's going to acquire the package that is appropriate for her. Let's assume right now for a moment she acquires the professional pack. That would put 400 points into the tree. And let's assume that Jeff's next call is to Cy Nibs. And Cy says, well, yeah, I want to use that product. I would love to have the professional pack, but that would push me a little bit financially. And Randy said, don't spend money you can't afford to spend. He said, I want to help you get out of financial pressure, not get into it. And so he acquires the elite package. That puts 200 volume points over here. Every time you have 200 points on each side of the tree, as it's called, that will trigger the next compensation plan component. It's called the team commission, and it will be $25. Okay. So 200 points here and 200 points here. But wait, there's 400 points. So what happens? Well, when there's 200 here and 200 here, this 200 gets used and 200 of these 400 get used, leaving 200 remaining. The next time 200 points shows up over here, that will trigger another commission. 200 here, 200 here, trigger $25. There's 200 waiting over here. The next time somebody buys this package or two of these or one of these, that'll trigger another $25 commission. Now the key here, this is once again transaction.
So if I was listening to this, sorry, say that again. Oh, he is. I know. I mean, wouldn't you be showing people how the email service works rather than showing you how the compensation plan makes you money? Wouldn't it be nice to actually say, look at the software that we have developed, and now this is how you record a video, just like I showed you with that Loom stuff, and let's send one to somebody, and they can, while we're doing this live, they will send one back. And we'll show you how quick somebody can click a button, record, and send it back to you. But no, I mean, the functionality of what he's proposing, he's selling the concept.
It's the recruiting.
Yeah. And he should be showing images of the software, not freaking drawing fucking pyramids on the screen.
He should be trying to prove to them why his software is better than all the other ones on the market.
Yeah. Oh, no, there is no other ones. That's his ploy on that one. There's no other one doing it in the market. And then we just showed you Loom. Loom's doing it now.
He's been a part of them before, hasn't he? He's been a part of other MLMs that have like email clients.
Well, he's been doing this since 2011, and he's still got no software?
Like, I'm pretty sure there's been some tech ones that he's done.
Is he wealthy?
No.
We wouldn't know, but
he's one of those people that had like some mediocre success in some of the MLMs. He's good at getting noticed. He can like recruit, but he doesn't stay at any of them for a long time. So it's almost like he goes there to grab people and then bring them to the next one. It's so weird.
Well, what's he doing here, though? He's got 20 people in a Zoom meeting. He spends an hour of his day doing this, claims he's wealthy and successful. Would you be doing this if you were successful?
Well, no. See, and that's the thing, is that they're not really wealthy or successful. They're just really good at speaking and manipulating people to come to these meetings. And it's like I said, it's almost like they hop from place to place. Because they know that the only way you can be successful is if you're the first one there. So in the meantime, it's like they gather their team. It's like the same thing that Marty DeGarmo did in On Passive, where they went from place to place to place, gathered a team, and then they finally found the one that was just starting that they could be the star of. And it's like Randy's been kind of doing the same thing, where he goes from scam to scam to scam, and he keeps taking people at every place. And he's just kind of hoping that eventually he'll hit that jackpot and it will be like, he'll make it into the 1%.
Yeah, and after doing this for so many years, and to have 20 people in your Zoom meeting listen to you shows you how successful. I mean,
well, no, that's why it's only 1%. And the 1% is successful because, like I said, they joined it at the beginning. It's not because the business model is good. It's not because you make money. It's because when you join these things first, it's a pyramid scheme. So the first group of people make an all right amount, and then that's it. It's almost like a ceiling.
Yeah.
Right?
So is this meant to be leadership 101, is it? These are leadership meetings that I'm busting. And then they're all going to go out there and recruit.
Recruiting.
Yeah.
Because if he can get one or two people that recruit well out of this group, when he heads on to his another scam, in his mind, He's building a group of people that all recruit well.
Yeah.
So when he finally hits that jackpot, he'll be good to go. And in his mind, he'll be a millionaire right away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he's hoping for. And they all fish for the same fish in a way, isn't it? Well, they have the same
That's
net.
pretty much what it is. And that's why every time one of them starts, they kind of like promote so heavy. They're like, we're the next new one. You should come over here so you can be first.
Yeah, but first, and because the first ones only are the ones, like you say, make the money. I've just sent her.
Yeah, like you have to be first.
I've sent her quite a few messages, this Tammy lady, and I've sent her screenshots of her, but she keeps looking at her phone, but it's like her brain isn't registering, or she doesn't care, or she's used to it. So I've just taken a screenshot of what we're looking at, sent it through to her, and you watch her. She'll look at her phone, the message comes in because you see it lights up on her phone. So we're looking at 3, 2, 1.
And Randy's still going.
Yeah, Andy's got his hand up in the air now. I wonder if I do a screenshot of Randy when he's got his hands up in the air. Now, look at her. She'll look at her phone because it's an image I just sent her, so it takes a wee while to go through. There she goes, looking at her phone. Incoming message. Pick up your phone, Tammy. Pick up your phone. She's smiling because I told her to smile in one of the messages, so she's finally listened to us. Oh, she's really smiling now. Maybe she's on one of those cam things instead. I don't know, just saying. Oh, that's a good photo.
She's got her OnlyFans going at the same time.
Yeah, she is really. Oh, somebody just gave her $3. She's like, let's tune in and see what he's saying again. Is he learning anything new?
Enroll someone who earns a team commission, you get a 10% matching bonus. They enroll someone who earns a team commission, you get a second generation matching bonus. So up here, pure transaction. Here, both of these components
no, it's a pyramid in a
combination of leverage, transaction, and residual. Then we come to the next compound component, which is what? This is the rank advancement commission.
If you're doing multi-level marketing for
this
so long,
once again is pure transaction. You are not going to make rank advancements based on residuals. You're going to make rank advancements based on transaction income. This
we've heard all this before. So she's looking at her phone now,
Randy.
And she's pulling her face. So let's how are we going to make her really big on the screen? I can't do that. Oh, she's put the phone down again. How can we give her something to make her go, ooh, I'm on internet, please? Oh, I know what I'll do. I could make an AI version of her. That would be quite cool. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, she's going to pick up a glass of water.
Or wine.
I could, yeah, what about that?
I ain't judging.
Look, yeah. I need to get a proper photo of her, and then we can make a nice AI version of her. I'll see if I can get it on another screen. Whoops, click the wrong buttons again. That one there. I've been removed. So they keep removing me, which is kind of funny in a way. So they keep removing me from their meetings, thinking they've got the one. They've got him. That one there.
I think it's the wife doing it, yeah.
Samantha. She loves me. She said to me, she sends me little messages saying, if it doesn't work out with me and Randy, what are you doing? And I said, I'm watching paint dry, and I'd rather shoot myself in the face than be with you, my love.
Really?
well, no. but you get the idea behind it all. But she hasn't flinched, this lady. You've got to give it to her. She's done pretty good. I'm trying to think. Maybe if I send her a photo of me, I'll give
Randy's
her a photo of me.
Randy's so funny, isn't he, Tammy? Isn't he so funny?
I'll give her a photo of me.
He's being so funny.
There you go. Now I've sent her a photo of me, and I'll send that to iMessage. iMessages.
Did he
Tammy.
just push his down?
Oh, Tammy.
And then stand up?
There we go. Did he push what down?
But he pushed his camera down and then stood up. It was weird.
Oh.
I was like, we want to be on that angle? That skulls?
Yeah, so that we're down to one browser at the moment. So she still can't figure out it's me. But that's quite good. And let's see how many people. We've got 21 people in here. So if we go to gallery.
Danny's 5 of them.
Yeah, well, it was. They've kicked out. They must hate it because they know that show self view. Don't do that. I want to show non. There we go. So that's everyone. So for tomorrow's meeting, screenshot. And I'm going to do another screenshot of that. It's always handy to have screenshots. You should see my desktop after I finish doing a live. It's like, now, where does that all go? Oh, he's drawing more pictures again. Oh, no, look, he's got the whiteboard out. Let's go back to Randy, see what he's got.
This is not put on some of these
he's erasing
things.
the triangles now.
Oh, no.
Here's an example of that. Here we have the center.
Oh, no.
This must be leadership training 101.
And if this is the vehicle,
You
I know
just
my
drew a
pen doesn't
boob
draw
on
very
the board.
darkly, but I've got a spot there in the center, and I've drawn a circle around the spot, and
drew a boob.
that circle,
Yeah.
that,
He's got
that
missing
spot
one.
there in the center, I guess you could call that the yoke, or that's the nucleus.
Boob.
But that's the center of the vehicle.
You all know
And
you like
the
to suck the
vehicle
MLM tip.
is moving forward,
I'll ask
or the
her.
vehicle is moving
I'll actually send her a
backwards, or
message.
the vehicle is stationary.
G'day,
right? That's
Tammy.
the sum total of
Am
all
I
the
correct in
possibilities
thinking
of what the vehicle might be
that
doing.
Randy
Now, in
has
the
just
case
drawn
of
a picture
Talk
of
Fusion,
a boob
we all
on
have
the
a
whiteboard.
tremendous amount of optimism and confidence that literally from the
goes.
very first day, the vehicle is going to be moving
She's
forward.
looking at my
It
messages
is.
now.
The vehicle is going to be moving forward from the first day.
She looks
But
up at the
here's something to understand.
She's going to listen to this.
That
You
the
listen.
entire company rotates around this center
She'll have
point.
to lift it up
Oh,
to
yeah,
Because
here.
this whole company, it
Oh, he's touching the
includes
boob.
the UK, it includes Thailand,
I think
it
he's
includes
actually
China,
touching the
it
boob
includes
now,
the United States,
Tammy. So be
it
careful.
includes Europe. Okay, so
Be
broad
careful as he
geographic
keeps his hand to, look at
diversification.
that.
In that
His
broad
camera
geographic
zoomed in. Oh,
diversification,
sorry, I'm getting distracted.
there are
Bugging out,
also
man.
Tammy,
Bugging
why
very
are you're a real estate
dissimilar
person?
economic
Why are you getting
experiences
involved
going
in what
on in some of
Randy's
those
offering?
nations. Some of those
Doesn't
nations
his
are
voice
enjoying
sound
boom
crazy?
times right now. Some of those nations are suffering incredibly.
Let's see
Some of
that.
those nations have been at war for 2 years, and it's complete total financial collapse. So there's big differences.
Big
The overall
differences.
vehicle is moving forward, and the vehicle is moving forward at the speed that is the average of all.
Speed of light.
But we know
We
always
know.
and forever, and it will never end.
We
There will
know.
always be some
this hard
parts
to do
of
with
this
defense?
overall that are pulling it
You
forward.
stop touching the
Parts that
boob.
are
Look at
outperforming.
him.
And by the way, that will be true in terms of geography. It will also be true in terms of organizations. There will sometimes be a particular organization, a part of the company that is outperforming the rest of the company.
Okay.
There
What are
will
you
always
talking about,
be
Randy?
a part of the marketplace that is outperforming the rest of the company. And I'll tell you how it goes.
Okay.
The one who is outperforming
Fucking
the
hell.
rest. And see, today the company's not even formally launched. And so I don't know where
People
the,
ask
where
me if
the
I drink while
preponderance
I'm
of
YouTube,
revenues
and I
will
go,
be the
hell
first
yeah.
day. I don't know
Because
which
this is
nation will
why.
be the biggest. Ellie
It
Michelle, it
drives
might be
you to drink.
Mexico. I don't have a clue. Might be Mexico, it might be the
so
United States.
weird.
But there will be something that leads it forward.
There will
And
be
there will
something that
be
leads
some
it
part
forward.
of it
And we've been
that
doing this
is
since 2019.
the laggard.
11.
Right? That's the truth. That's
I
the
think
way
she
it will
might be
be.
right in your back.
And what I've
Her
experienced in my
glasses
life
on.
is this. Whatever part
Here
of
she
the
goes.
market is leading it forward, historically for me, it's been that companies that I've been associated with have all launched in the United States. And so they have all had their first growth in the United States. And the way that it's been is when the first international markets open, they're always jealous of the United States.
we
Because,
go.
oh my gosh, those guys have got it all. Blah, blah, blah. And what happens is these people out here who are
another
leading
message.
it forward, human
I said,
nature
Tammy,
never
we
really
are watching
changes.
you.
Arrogance becomes the rule of the day. We're the best. We're number one. You know, we've got all the rank advancements. We're always going to be number one. That's the way that it will always be.
FBI.
And then
Yeah.
that's not what happens. It's what happens always 100% of the time is this whole thing is rotating around the center. It's always rotating around the center.
Okay.
And so
It's the
something is
FBI.
leading
Would
it
you
forward. Some
like
market, some geography,
30%?
some organization is always leading it forward.
Keep strong
There's
news.
always those that are moving at the average
for,
speed, and there are those that are pulling it back that are
locking,
resulting in the average, right? And here's
Randy.
the experience now 35 years in. These guys never, ever, ever think, I'll bet one day we will be the ones that are sucking swamp gas. We're the best. We're always going to be the best. Don't ever think anybody will be as good as us, right? That is I mean, it doesn't change. That's the way it always is. And then someday, one day, boom,
All right.
this part back here,
yes.
let's say it was Europe, and Europe started horribly for whatever reason. Suddenly, Europe is over here, and the United States is over here.
The boob got bigger.
Promise you, write it down and say you heard it here first. Over the next 5 years, 7 years, and 10, you will see the entire company rotating around this center point over and over and over. That's what's going to happen.
It's going to go round.
Why do I tell you all of that? Because if you've not made a conscious decision to participate multinationally, then you're guaranteeing yourself that sometimes you're going to be back here on the wrong side of the curve.
It's a broken record. So it is all
Promise you.
sorts. Great.
The only thing that makes sense, folks, is to make sure that you have participation everywhere, so that you are always participating in the part that's leading it forward. And so that the part that's leading it backward
100
doesn't upset your whole apple cart. Because if you're only focused on one market, sometimes you can count on that, you can plan on it, you can know that it will be. And so all of that was my discussion of why it's important that the last compensation plan pays you on the entire
Tammy is now receiving 100
That's why I never get these presentations done in 35 minutes.
Because
all of that was to explain why it's important that the last compensation plan component is the leadership pool, which pays you on the volume of the entire company. And so, Thomas, you're an example of a guy that I believe is just going to keep doing what you do. You know, I think there'll be good days and bad days.
God, he doesn't shut up.
Losses, and I think someday, one day, you'll get there. That's what I believe. And when you get there, you will then be being paid on the volume of the entire company. And when you're being paid on the volume of the entire company, you've taken the risk out of the business.
Yeah.
There's always risk in the business. And by the way, the biggest risk in the business is United States risk.
What do you believe?
Because multinationally, there are nowhere close to as many regulators. There's not an FTC who is waiting and watching for somebody to make an income claim they shouldn't have made. I can tell you this company's not going to make mistakes that get it in trouble. I can also forecast that distributors will make mistakes that cause the company trouble. The company will survive the trouble, but it will happen. Distributors will make income claims they shouldn't make. Distributors will do things they shouldn't do. Remember, there's no filter and there's no screen.
There's no filter.
Welcome everybody, and we all arrive here with our attributes and with our flaws.
Coughing on the mic.
And so, as you grow a bigger and bigger business, more and more and more
bigger
people,
and bigger,
it's completely
and
unrealistic
bigger
to say that people are not going to do foolish things that cause the company trouble. Isn't that right? There's going to be trouble everywhere in the world, but happily enough, there's not going to be trouble everywhere in the world at the same time. And so the thing that makes sense is from the very first second to be building in your backyard, but to be building in your backyard with your eye on the world, and to recognize that whenever you hear me say to create a candidate list, in the back of your mind, I want you to hear me saying, and don't let them all be your gender. Don't let them all be your age. Don't let them all be your ethnicity. Don't let them all speak the same language you speak as their primary language. And don't let them all live within the same time zones or 3 hours north or south of you, right? All of these things that I talk about, which seem about as minutia,
I can tell you now,
you begin to experience what it's like to grow a successful direct selling company that goes on for a long, long time.
Because she doesn't have any reactions.
Goes on for a long, long time. There'll be bumps in the road. There'll be peaks
Nothing
and valleys.
phases
And
Tammy.
all of these things that I'm describing
She just looks at her phone
are
messages.
designed
I've just
to
sent
help
her
you avoid the
100
common
text
mistakes
messages,
that result in people
and
being
she hasn't
disappointed.
even flinched.
We don't have to be. This can be the most extraordinary addition to our various lives. It really can. We can learn, grow, develop, and become more. We can
She's drunk.
not just have more money, but we can live a life that is not ruled by financial scarcity. And we can live a life.
She probably is smiling. But she's probably smiling inside, but she's got so much buttocks on her face that expressions don't change.
Where really and truly, no kidding, how much does it cost? Never had to come out of my mouth. And there have been parts of my life where everything cost too much. Right?
Yeah.
I can tell you which way's better.
He should have been a preacher.
Not having to live life ruled by how much
the Bible
something
would be
costs
something
is
more,
so much better. I mean, I can't explain to you how dramatically different everything in life is when everything is not based upon the stinking dollar. And most people don't ever have the chance to live life without it being always colored by finances. This is a real chance to do that.
Praise
it's not
the
going to happen
Lord.
overnight. And there are going to be disappointments and there are going to be bad days, but there are going to be more good days.
Okay.
Oh, those two are.
Man, I've rambled on a lot tonight, haven't I? 5 elements required for success: a product or service that matters to people, a company that can execute, timing that is clear, that is obvious, that is beyond refute, a compensation plan that both provokes and rewards correct behaviors, training and support that is readily and abundantly available to all.
Abundantly.
The unspoken one, I don't talk about it
2
yet,
times
because we haven't even started the process yet, but we must assemble a leadership hierarchy that is the best. That's what we have to do.
Time to slam their chat and transcript.
That is the best. Not just the best in this company, the best in this industry. That is what will assure our success, and that is not dependent upon
I still think this
the
guy,
company. That is
this
dependent
guy
upon
here has got to
us.
take the
I have
master
complete
today.
confidence in the
tie.
company's ability to execute and to meet all of their marks. We're not going to have to do things for this company. They will do everything that they need, that they should do. I know that. However, leadership structures do not develop automatically. Leadership structures only develop when a decision is made to make that a primary focus. That is my primary focus. Okay, folks, I have rambled on. You guys are so patient with me. You listen to me for an hour at a time. I'm not sure how you do it.
Outside is white.
I want you all to have the best night ever, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, God bless everybody.
You go outside. the yard if you're gonna.
The recording has stopped.
That's it. That's a whole meeting of gaslighting, no interaction, no feedback, no nothing. And that's it. They just cut it off like that.
That's what he does. And the funny thing is, like, half of it is like these made up stories. He always has props, like I told you. What a perfect one to watch too after I bring up the props.
It's like,
he starts bringing out cereals, fucking cookies and shit. You're like, what's going on?
A box
and
of
it's
burritos.
Always these weird analogies. And then he just talks at you. And it's always about how to recruit and how to get the business. And then he draws on the board. And then he always draws triangles.
No, it was.
That's my favorite part.
That's really, really scary. I'm trying to actually bring up my bookmarks.
Yeah, they don't do any question and answer sessions. I've never seen him take a question. He just kind of like talks at them, explains the structure to them. But like this thing hasn't launched yet.
No. Hey, I want. Well, we've got a bit of time. Look, this is quite funny marketing though. So this is where I think this company is probably just using a lead generator. But listen to the persuasive nature in this. I'll be interested to know your thoughts on it. I'll run it right through because I think it's only a minute. Oh, it might be two. We'll tell me when to stop. But just listen to if this was AI generated, and it's just a lead generator going out to, let's say, thousands of YouTubers. Listen to what these people actually do. And I think it's done quite well, but I've heard so much of the stuff like you, I'm sure, that you're streetwise, you know. But listen to this.
Hey, Danny de Hek, it's Camille. Thanks for taking the time to watch the quick video. I've got your socials open here, and let me follow you real quick. There you go.
For a start, he's American as well. Does he sound American? I think it's an
He
AI
does,
voice.
and I think this might be a recording.
I think it's all done on script and voice, you know, like I read my stuff.
I actually really do like what you're doing with your content at the moment. So I asked a colleague of mine to reach out to you. And also, first and foremost, I'm so sorry about not having my camera on. I'm having kind of a bad hair day. And trust me, you do not want to see that.
So that there alone tells me that's just an excuse for not, because it would be harder if they have a camera on, everybody. And the other thing I could do, which I haven't done, is that's the photo of the person there. So I could literally just take a photo of that.
Yeah, look him up. Because this, I would usually agree with you that it's AI, but I can hear him breathing while he's recording.
True.
It's something that I'm like really sensitive to. Even in my own editing, I take out all of my breaths.
Well, here you go.
I notice it very.
So now I've got a LinkedIn profile.
Okay, now, so who?
Yeah, hold it. Look at this. 6 connections. 6 connections, and he's from Canada. So it could be.
Okay.
So that to me straight away, that lady that I was corresponding, I don't know if you remember that she had 5 connections. The one that's telling me she's lost $18,000 and she's got 3 kids and she's got cancer and she lost all her money to a crypto scam that I've been.
Wait, he's from Quebec?
Yeah. So he says.
Okay, play the voice again.
Hold it. Activity.
Oh, Quebec has an accent.
No activity on LinkedIn. Now we've got a better photo of him.
He could be an immigrant, though.
So if we get this photo,
he doesn't look like an immigrant.
We copy his the address of the photo. Now we have a better photo to do a Google reverse search on. So we do Google Lens again, and now we should find. Now it's gone for the scenery. So isn't that clever that it's actually picked him up? So definitely, yeah. Let's go back. Oh God, hold it. So yeah, what do we got going on here? Where is he? Oh shit! Oh, wrong key. That's why. Push the right key, Danny. All right. See if you can pick it up now.
But I really wanted to get this video out to you like now as soon as possible. So anyways, for context, these are a couple of my clients' social media page. We've got just about.
It sounds like to me it doesn't. It sounds more like Middle Eastern Russian style voice.
250K with Angry Explainer and around 200K right now with Natural Footballers. They make the content, we run and operate on the back end. So we're making multiple 5 figures a month each from these 2 brands. And look, I'm not saying this to brag, but you know, just to show you some proof. It's important.
There.
Quebec.
There's Quebec there. My whole family's from Quebec. Yeah.
Is that the cold side up more?
There's a little Now, he does sound like his parents might not be from Quebec because he has a very English sounding accent. And like you said, there's a little bit of Middle Eastern there, but I'm also picking up on some of the Quebecois.
Because I can pick an AI voice pretty much. They all. I'm going to give you one. Let's see if we've got chats home.
Now, I'm not saying now he could be using an AI voice that comes from that area, and it could be a very bad accent, and that would completely explain it.
Jan Gregory is Canadian. Let's have a listen to him. Hold it. Hey Jan, how you doing, mate? Don't know where you've been lately. You're Canadian. Can you give us a demo of your voice?
Sure, I can provide a demo of my voice. Here is an example of my voice. Hello, how can I assist you today?
Oh,
Quebec is different though. Quebec is French Canadian, not English. And they have a very, I am from Quebecois. It's very like, it's like a rougher slang sounding France. It's kind of hard to explain.
Yes, Quebec is predominantly French speaking, and the French spoken in Quebec, known as Quebecois, has distinctive regional dialects and colloquialisms that are different from standard French spoken in France.
Well done, Jane Gregory.
And each area of Quebec has a different accent as well. So like northern Quebec and
That's
downtown.
Correct. Quebec province in Canada has several regions, and each region has its own unique accent and dialect of French. The regional accents and dialects reflect the historical and cultural influences in each area. The province also has a significant English-speaking population, particularly in larger cities like Montreal and the Outaouais region.
Thank you, Jane. You go back to scamming people.
His accent is very like, it did have a little bit of English Quebec in there. Like it kind of did.
He's got a bit of scammer.
His words, it was like,
Jane's got scammer in his.
I'm not sure if I understand what you mean by scare me people and my work at the end of the sentence. If you could clarify, I'll try my best to provide a response.
Oh, I was just explaining to Queen of Karma that you have a scammer voice. It's because you are on Zoom all the time trying to get people to sign up for this thing called a bit harvest. It's a bit booster. And I was just explaining that that's how we normally know you, as your scammy voice.
I understand that you associate my voice with a scammy character. However, it's important to note that as an artificial intelligence language model, I do not have a physical body, voice, or emotions. And my
but yeah, we have fun with AI. I'll do one for you one day. Here we go. So let's carry on.
Nowadays to show you that we know what we're talking about. Anyways, to cut to the chase, basically I'm making this video, and this might not be the right time for you right now, but we're extremely confident that we can help you make 15K a month or more consistently and grow your audience by 5 to 10,000 or more people, and launch or even just scale any existing online course, coaching program, or community on the back end. And now I know that might sound a bit too good to be true, but to be honest, look, there's a reason I can speak with this level of confidence. It's because we've done it ourselves across multiple different niche and creators, and we've basically created a proven system for creators just like yourself, and it works wonders.
Oh, I know.
We've gotten proven results with multiple different creators with all sorts of audience size, big or small. And the thing is, we put our money where our mouth is because we guarantee these amazing results in writing. We work on a complete money back guarantee basis. So you can't really lose there.
AI, but it is AI. So what he's done is he's recorded one message. If you notice, after he says your name and says hello to you, it says that he got someone to reach out to you. After that point, it's all just general information about what they do. It's not personalized at all.
Yeah, exactly.
So they recorded his script, and then what they do is they get an AI to say your name.
Yeah.
And they just replace the name
and
use the same script over and over and over and over and over.
Well, look at this. Right.
In writing, we work on a complete money-back guarantee basis, so you can't really lose there. That's how confident we are in what we do. 152.
So this is
Hopefully
just a voice.
You can also hear it in my voice. So basically,
so I'm just using my built-in voice, but I just believe they have a script. I use it myself. I mean, literally, the script that we just had from Jan Gregory, I can literally copy and play this. Listen to this. Is it going to play?
Yeah, I don't think they do a new video recording though for every single
However, it's
person.
important to note that
No, probably not. But if they were going to go to that extent anyway, they might as well, because if you read 2.5 minutes worth of something versus having to spend 15 seconds setting up somebody's voice,
These people are really lazy. So usually what they'll do is they'll record the whole script, like I said, and then they'll just take out the name. Yeah. And then they'll just edit in your name.
Well, they could do,
use the exact same script. And then it only takes them 2 seconds to record this channel video.
But if this was sent to 100,000 YouTubers who are always trying to promote their channel, they could just perfect that script and get it better and better every time. The strike rate of being successful
or just switch out the names.
Well, of course, but I mean, what I'm getting at is this isn't personalized. This isn't a half-an-hour project. This is probably something set up to be automated, and they'll probably bang out probably 100,000 of these friggin' email connection points.
And there's probably a bunch of them doing it.
Oh yeah, and that's what the world comes down to. But all the sales techniques and the tactics they're using, and if we were to go back and think about the LinkedIn profile, I mean, and we've managed to find the guy on LinkedIn, and there is quite interesting, because there's another one of them LinkedIn, but it's not even the same guy. But they'll fire up they'll just have a system around creating content, and it's just getting worse and worse.
What's this guy do?
Well, this is the same guy. Oh, that guy's different, but that's the one there. So I think that's quite interesting. But that definitely is a fake profile on LinkedIn. And the fact that they're using the same image is just ridiculous. So if I was to search for this guy on, let's say, just the internet, don't forget he's a social media guy. So now I've managed to find him here, and he's on, what's this, school? Is that school? So what's that?
Yeah.
Is that something Canadian? Now it says he joined 2020. So it says it joined. This could be the real guy. Who knows? And you can see it's not quite clear either. They haven't got a high definition version of it. But just because you see a photo, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the real deal guy anyway.
No.
Literally, I had somebody impersonate me the other day on my WhatsApp group and then go around and message everybody. That was quite funny. But yeah, as I say, if you're not being talked about, you're nobody, you know what I'm saying? Alrighty, so I think we're probably just about done. I don't think there's... there might be another wee meeting happening, but I think that Randy one he's... I won't break that off into a new one. But this is... so your topics that you have sort of... What inspires you to start... Because you're from cults to MLMs, and they're basically all the same to you. I know they're all the parallels are strikingly so similar. But where do you get your content from? You just read everything and you find something of interest, and away you go.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to a lot of cult news places, and I'm connected to one of the organizations here in Ontario that speaks out about cults. So they send me information, and it's whatever I think I can speak out about at the time.
Yeah.
This one, this one was gonna be in the news again because the court case for it just started this month.
Isn't it so frustrating?
When I went to go check it out, because the woman that runs it and the head of sales are looking at 20 years in prison. When I went to go check on it, everything was still active. The website's still active. They're taking memberships. They're doing live streams every couple days, and they're still recruiting people. And I was like, well, that's not good. Nobody's talking about that right now. So
yeah.
And also in the news with this one, when I was because I've been researching it for a few months, obviously, before I got all of it together and did this. But I kept noticing there's a huge theme, because this is my second video on it, And they keep comparing One Taste and Nicole here to NXIVM and Keith Raniere. But for some reason, they understand that Keith Raniere branding and touching women and running a sex MLM was really bad. But then when it comes to this one, they say that Nicole is just a pioneer in female sexuality and that the courts have no reason to go after her. Because, of course, there's no way that a woman would ever run a sex cult that preys on women. And that's like the stigma right now about this, in the coverage of it in quite a few news places. Vanity Fair did an article that really pissed me off. I did a whole video on it. Yeah. So then I decided to do the whole video and just explain, like, this is what it actually is. It's still going on. The science behind it sucks.
But it's like everything if they're turning this into a MLM, it's like Randy was email. I said last night in my video I was recording, I said it doesn't matter whether they're selling toothpicks or totra trees. I don't know if you have totra trees. It doesn't matter. If you want to sit here and discuss toothpicks and trees, whether it's real, genuine, or this orgasm thing is true in general, it doesn't matter because it's just recruiting. The scam is recruiting. And, and then you have to laugh that they think, oh, well, let's do something that no one else has done before. I mean, and everyone sits here and debates the orgasming one. And I'll go, forget about the orgasm. Let's focus on the multi-level marketing side of it. Because this is all the same. It's just the same cash register every single time. There's a common interest in all that.
And this one led to, like, it started off as an MLM, and it led to Nicole having them all move to a compound with her.
Oh, God.
So, like, the thing is, MLMs in these businesses end up being, like, the gateway to cults in a lot of cases. Like, NXIVM started off as just a personal development center that was run like an MLM. And then eventually it led into being a sex cult. And it's like, I just think maybe we should stop doing this. They always lead into something worse.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, when I was talking to the IRS when I started my career and they were talking to me, they said that I should focus on the real crimes. And it was the human trafficking, of course, and the kiddie stuff. And they said that's where we have to focus our time and energy. But then it makes me realise the bigger picture of the world is, we've got the people trying to make money on these opportunities, but the bigger picture is the real serious stuff, that people are getting tortured, killed, maimed, as I said earlier on, and the kids can't defend themselves, and they're literally being trafficked around to these super rich people for whatever pleasure they might want to do. And that's where, I'd really like to make a difference, but it's just in a different league. It's like trying to take on the cartels of the world. All the police that are around these cartels have already been paid off, and they're protecting the cartels. And
I've come across cartels running MLMs.
Yeah.
Organo Gold was attached to cartels.
Well, this crime conference I went to, they had 3 cartels that they were monitoring. One was 1.5 billion, one was just 750 million, and another one was about 500,000. And they were showing us these cartel leaders in celebrity TV programs, like Marry a Stranger, all those sort of funny TV programs. And they were pointing out that one of these guys that they've been monitoring is the head of the cartel.
Yep.
And they're driving around with this great lifestyle, and they're in the real world, living real lives that look normal, but behind it they're criminal cartels. And and then they said they tracked $22 million that was getting money laundered into crypto, and they managed to get these girls that were getting paid $3,000 a drop. They would get $1 million given to them in cash. They would break it into $333,000 each. They call them Smurfs, and their job is to go along to a crypto exchange and put the cash into these
into the crypto.
Yep, and then they would watch the crypto, and they said they'd watch the crypto. It would build up to like $20 million. No one was spending it.
Yep.
No one was taking it, and they said they reckon they're stockpiling this money for tourist events, not tourist events, and also wars. And this is the bigger picture. And
gun sales.
Yes.
Gun sales. That kind of thing is very, very common.
So all those,
you can trade in both.
Well, all these TV programs that we've watched and these movies that we've watched, I should say, are real. And I'm, people go, "Oh, you ever worried about what will happen to you?" And I go, "Well, not really, because I just think, I don't know what I think, but it's just like I just want to put enough. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I just want to create awareness and people to get real. When you are getting involved in these little investment opportunities, and you think that you're playing them, you think you're smarter than the Ponzi scheme, and you're actually feeding the monsters and the bigger cartel networks.
Most of the MLMs are also attached to the Mormon cult.
Yeah.
It goes really deep.
Well, it is, and like I know the Jehovah's Witnesses. We used to not charge for the magazines, but they were paid for. But the magazines, I said that when I got away from the cult, I remember saying that they're a printing company, and they needed people to buy their literature. So let's wrap in a religion that needs literature, and now we've got people buying our literature because we're actually the Watch During Awake magazines are printing presses.
Well, it's just like, have you ever heard of Eckankar?
No.
Well, Eckankar is a cult that I came across a few years ago and started speaking out about, and nobody has really spoken out about it much other than a few ex-members. And their videos have like 200 views on them. But it's a cult that takes in all religion, and right now it's run by Sri Harold Klemp, and it's basically just a place for him to sell all of his religious books.
Mm.
Like, you just join, and then you buy his religious books, and then you pay him money, and you sing the Song of You, and it doesn't matter what God you believe in, you can still be a part of this one too. And I'm like, that's not a spirituality or religion. They're usually pretty particular about who you're praying to,
Well, they are, but
then he shows up and he's like, I am the Sri Lanka. You got to listen to me, and you're like,
yeah. So
you're the leader then. You're the one that they're supposed to be praying to, really. You just don't want to tell them that, right? It's just, it's implied.
All the money.
Right? But then you're told, but no, you're actually doing it to your God, whoever you picture in your head. But the whole thing is just all of his books. So you're like, well, he's the one writing your Bible. He's doing all these book doctrines. You got to buy most of them. Few of them are available for free, but once you join the cult, like a lot of the main ones, you then have to purchase. And then you're supposed to donate, right? And it's like most of them seem to be, that's what it's all about. And then they don't want to pay taxes to the IRS.
Yeah. And that's it. And I don't know why that changes. Religion just gets away with free taxes. Yeah, but that one that I watched of OPASSIVE the other day, I couldn't get over the fact how they were worshipping this guy.
No, he's a messiah. Yeah. They actually call him Sir Ash, Lord of the Internet.
Wow.
Unironically.
Because she was even like she talked in tongues or something. She was talking in some language which it was like she was talking in tongues about him, the Messiah, Ash. And I'm going, where did this guy? Like Charles Taz Russell was the guy behind the Jehovah's Witnesses, and they used to say they were not a cult, a follower of man, because he died, and then somebody else come along, and then they set up the governing body that administered. And then all the governing body were anointed; they were going to go live in heaven. And then they all died before their time. So now that all the governing body died, the Jehovah's Witnesses have changed their fundamental beliefs and restructured their belief. And no one's talking about the elephant in the room that 10 years ago, the people that were never going to die have died. And if they, before they didn't die, Armageddon was going to happen. and now they've died, Armageddon didn't happen, so let's come up with a new story, and it's all proved in the Bible. So then, it's like, well, let's manipulate this scripture. The light will get brighter at the end of the times, they used to say to us. So then you'd think, okay, so we don't know the end of the tunnel yet, but light's getting brighter. So, look, we found a new thing to keep it all going. You can now wear pink tennis shoes to the Kingdom Halls, or you can now go to R-rated movies, or you can now talk to people that have been shunned from the organisation.
Well, part of that too is they're kind of trying to modernize some of the cults now, because a lot of them are dying. Right now, the only thing that's keeping a lot of the big religious cults going, like Scientology, the LDS Church, Jehovah's Witness, etc., is that most of the people in it are second or third generation.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So people are born into the cult, and that's why it keeps going. None of them are getting new members at all like they used to.
And there's a name for that, isn't there? What's the name for that?
The 80s.
What's the name of that type of growth? It's internal. It's like incubator growth, or there's a special name for it where these religions actually breed within themselves, and that's how they sustain themselves. But like back in the 80s, that's when all these religions really got hold, and they got the growth.
Yeah, and that was the last time that they had a huge boom. So right now, they're actually really dead. The pandemic didn't do it for them, and they're kind of all freaking out. So over the last 10 years, though, they've been modernizing because they know kids aren't going to want to join if they can't watch TV and they can't listen to music and all this other stuff that these cults usually have rules about, right? So they're like, oh, well, we'll let you do that now.
Yeah, that's right. So they flex.
You can see R-rated movies now.
The big
so you should come join.
The big scam has actually been the land, the Kingdom Halls, and they've actually got the Jehovah. So I used to help build these quick build Kingdom Halls, and we would save up for the land, we'd get the foundation done, and then within 4 days they would build this Kingdom Hall, and the congregation used to pay off the mortgage. But when COVID happened, they were asking people to secure the property by moving the deeds of the hall to the organisation. So then now people are going after them saying, well, that's employment. They've employed people free of charge and used them as slave labour. What do they call it? They've employed them under the minimum wage, made them build these complexes, and then moved the entity over to another organisation. And now they're doing them for... they won a court case here with another religion, and they had them all working on their farm, and they would work 12 hours a day. So the employment contract... they
can get them on labor laws for forced labor.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. And that's quite fun. And this is what they're doing with the Jehovah's Witnesses. They're moving their churches.
That's the orgasm cult, that's basically what they're up against right now.
Yeah.
Is they're being charged for forced labor, and then they're also being like, and by the way, the forced labor was kind of like sex work.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'd hate to think, there'll be probably people that weren't old enough to participate in that sort of stuff, or whatever. There'll be a whole lot of other shit going on as well. Oh, Mars Honda Henderson doesn't love me anymore. I think we'll call it quits there, but I better go do some real work, make some real money. But obviously I've just shut down 140 tabs. I love Zoom though, because they provide the getaway vehicle for all these people.
You make me and Insolent Violet insane when you're like, and I just had 140 tabs open.
I know. And now I'm getting back at the end of my day, which is normally finishes about 2 a.m. in the morning for me. I shut down my last of my tabs. I'm always gathering data. Like this lady here, this is something, these people here, I've seen that guy before. And then somebody gave me a Zoom link and I couldn't get the password. So I searched for the Zoom link code, and then I found this post, and they go, there's the password. Yep. And that's how I got into that lady's Zoom at the start. And I love the way that we research stuff. It's quite cool. Yeah.
That is cool. All right, Danny. Well, I'll let you go. I'll get off here so you can do your outro or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, you're awesome. All right. Been nice having you here. Thank you.
Yep. Have Have a good one. Thank
too.
you, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Queen of Karma. So do check out Queen of Karma's YouTube channel. She pops in every now and again. It's so nice to see other YouTubers out there doing their thing and creating awareness. Cults, multi-level marketing. It's just rampant at the moment. And as I said, you know, really a lot of the time you're actually supporting human trafficking, you know, people working under duress. Some pretty sad things happening in the bigger world for the love of money. Scammers are finding it hard at the moment. They're getting more and more desperate. So let's not support them. No, right? Here's my mate Bob. Hey Bob, you listen to me. I'm going to fix that. I bet I fixed that. I cut you off. That was you in there, wasn't it? There you go, Bob.
Yes.
Anyway, what are you doing here? I was just doing my thing, and you've just what do you found, Bob?
Oh, so the lady has a LLC company called Candle Opera.
Is that Tammy?
And she has, yeah.
Oh yeah, I knew you'd be stalking her. Oh yeah, Candle Opera. Why didn't she flinch? Wasn't that funny? She didn't even flinch, did she?
And she's the same person in Neil life.
Oh, I know. I've got a phone. I had a phone number already. Did you?
Of course.
You gave it to me, I think. What about this Fun Network? I'm just looking at that now. That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a bunch of like, I gotta join the Bullish Moon.
Oh yeah, I can't believe that's a rinse and repeat though. So that's Lynn, is it?
Lynn Kaimal, same person. So I bet you tomorrow Christina Orchid will put out a link for it because she's got to promote everything under the sun.
It just goes on and on and on. It's like how much I don't know. I mean, I think Randy's a funny one though. I don't understand him. He's got like 20 people in a Zoom meeting day in, day out. He just yells at them down the phone for an hour and then buggers off, and everyone's meant to find that of some benefit. It just amazes me, you know.
We should write a blog and SEO. Here are some free alternatives to Talk Fusion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that was a good example. That one I just got today from that. That looks like a scam, 100% anyway. There'll be.
I want to meet the guy.
What one? Oh, did you not see that? Oh, I put it in the link in the Avenger chat.
Oh,
it's there.
I want to meet. Yeah, I want to set up a meeting call with the guy.
Well, you're more than welcome. Yeah, sure. Well, let's. Well, you can reach out to him.
I'm telling you, he has to get on. If I'm going to do this, he has to get on video cam.
Hey, what's this Buzz Life thing you just sent me? Buzz Life. Oh, the Candle Opera. So the lady that Bob's, we're still live. The lady, Candle Opera LLC. So that's the name of her company. Tammy Watcher, principal.
Yep.
And then we've got a website address here. So we go there.
And she's got 5 employees.
Yes, of course. She's into selling her products. Candle Opera. Oh my God. And she's had a photographer take all the photos, I can tell. Our story. Here we go. Our story. Inspired by a beautiful, very old. Oh, so that's where she lives, and that's where the type of house you're sitting in front of. So if you look at that photo there, and then I don't know if I took a screenshot of her, which I've still got at my Easter did. So if you look at that house there, that's probably the interior of the house will be that there. So that's how crazy is that. Pretty sure it'll be the same design of the house. Oh yeah, it's a wedding venue. Funny she didn't.
I'm looking. I wonder if she's promoted anything else. I want to find one that's a scam, because if she promoted a scam, her real estate license will get wiped out.
Yeah, everyone that's washed
because
up though,
if you're
mate.
a real estate license, you have to obey. Same as if you're a stockbroker or anything, you have to obey the financial law very, 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 very carefully. And if you're caught promoting anything that's a scam, they yank your license.
Yeah.
And then you also get a big lawsuit against you for that. So,
That'd be
if we
interesting.
could find that she was in a scam, we could get her license yanked, and then she should get dragged into court for violating her oath to her real estate license.
Crazy.
And then maybe she could call Legal Shield, who was illegally promoting their product through Zoom calls.
Who knows? Crazy. All right, mate. I've got to go do some work, but it's nice to have you here at the end of the show. What time is it? What time is it where you are, Bob?
It is 6 p.m.
6 p.m. It is not. It's 5. It'll be something. It will be. I don't know. It will be 1:30 in the morning. I don't know. Anyway, I'm out of here. Say goodbye to Bob, everyone. Say bye, Bob. Oh, you didn't scribble. You didn't scribble over the screens today. Did you not be able? Did he lock you out?
No, I was paying attention to ours. I was trying to find people. That's why I kept saying, but you left me in the green room. I was saying, get the Yahoo's email. I'm sure that you can look that guy up and we could call him too.
Yeah.
Jan Coker, whatever his email is at yahoo.com.
We need to employ people to do the phone work. We need.
No.
You want to do it?
Because we have to have the Bob special at the end of the year. You can have like 12 days of Bob, during like Christmas time or holidays.
Yeah, when we go away for 2 weeks, we just play all of Bob's recordings. That's quite how it goes. All right, I gotta go.
Why is this live for like 36 hours?
Well, last year was 8, and then I got a whole lot of copyright problems, and I had to remove chunks of it for some reason, or maybe the phone ring that you was ringing, or the music playing in the background. It was crazy. So when you're ringing up doing prank phone calls, just tell them to turn their music down on the background, because otherwise YouTube go, can you please turn your music down in the background so we don't get done at Christmas time? They go, what do you mean? I can't tell you. Just turn your music down, please. We're like, oh my God. All right, I'm out of here, mate. I'll catch you in the next one.
Already.
See you, mate. Bye.
All right.
That's Bob. I haven't met Bob, but he's one of our Avengers. He's been brilliant. Originally, we had We Are All Satoshi, and they were doing a 24-hour stream. They got up to about 6.5 hours, and let's just say Bob ruined the live by doing all sorts of weird things I've never seen. And then just after that live shut down, it was quite funny. I got a phone call, and that was the first time I actually got introduced to Bob. So Bob's one of the Avengers. If you want to become one of the Avengers and help us out, please do. You can support the channel, buy me a cup of coffee if you like. The link is going across the bottom of the screen 1,000 times there. I don't do it for the money, but it does help pay the bills and keep the wolves away from the door. So thanks for watching. And also you can join my YouTube channel. I haven't ever actually asked anyone to do that. There is a join button for $1 a month to show your support. But you can do that. And same with Queen of Karma. I actually have joined her YouTube channel, and I think I give her $3 a month. It all adds up and makes it all worthwhile and helps your popularity of the YouTube channel. So do think about joining if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you very much. I appreciate the support, and we'll see you in the next video. I'm Danny de Hek, a.k.a. the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger.